Signal Hill, iconic cabin tower. We can only be in one place. St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador for the Brier. It is the provincial capital, St. John's, population just over 100,000 in this city, and in the distance there you can see Mile 1 Center, home to this year's Brier. Coming inside the building, glad you're watching our coverage. Brian Mutra, Kathy Gauthier, and in this building, it's known for some pretty good shows. You have AHL hockey, you have live events, but maybe the best show all week long has been the Brad Gushue rock and roll concert each and every night that he plays. Last night in here it was electric once again.
It has to be incredible for that team. They looked so tense at the beginning, Brian, but now they are loving every moment of it. And whether you're a player or a broadcaster, it is so much fun to be a part of.
And now no more undefeated teams, because last night Team Manitoba suffered their very first loss, taking on Jim Cotter and Team BC, led by John Morris. And this guy, I think the shot might have been 6 seconds hog to hog here, Kathy.
Well, Mike gave him an opportunity. They were coming back, Manitoba was, but he did not freeze the last stone. There they go. That's the 2. That was enough.
A nice score in 8, and Manitoba and Mike McEwen, their first loss here in St. John's. Meantime, we were looking forward to this one. Brad Gushue, Newfoundland Labrador, taking on Brad Jacobs in Northern Ontario, and the rock concert got a little loud after this shot.
Well, there were all kinds of shots, and Brad Jacobs did as good as he could hiding around, and so that means a soft touch. Has to scooch by that one in the 8-foot to tap it back for 2. The place went nuts, and so did Brad Gushue.
What a team shot. What a fist bump. We've seen that fist bump before, usually from that other guy, Jacobs. Wow, what a show Gushue put on last night. Other scores, Saskatchewan winning 9-5 over Team Ontario in the Battle of Alberta. Brendan Bottcher, the rookies, good for them, knocking off the defending champs by a final score of 6-4. So, no more undefeated teams. Manitoba, the best record still at 5-1. And keep in mind, last year, 8-3 got you into the playoffs. There is a logjam now of teams with those 2 losses. Adam Casey lived here in St. John's for 4 years, playing for Brad Gushue, so he represented Newfoundland Labrador, he represented PEI, and now he's in Saskatchewan. But one thing that has not changed about Adam, his love of the big shot and the big stage.
Well, we always knew that he could make the big shots. It was the consistency. Could he lead his team on the simple shots? And last night we saw him do just that. But when the opportunity comes and Glenn Howard is in big trouble, trying to just close the scoring down, not looking to draw for 3, he sees that angle, throws the right weight. This was in the 6th end, makes it 4-5.
Another impressive thing about this team, Kathy, that when Adam joined the team, he started out being the second and then eventually skipped the squad.
Well, they very much do believe in him as we see him talk to Pat Simmons, gets a little bit of advice when he needs it. It will be Pat that will guide this team if they get into trouble.
Jamie Murphy in Nova Scotia, they've come a long way. Back in 2014, they didn't win a single game. Last year in Ottawa, they lost the pre-competition final. This year, they come through, and each and every time we see Jamie and his team, they get better and better.
Well, and they do, and I don't think that the record really does describe how well they played, Brian. It has been a very consistent Nova Scotia team, except for maybe one end here or there. And when that happens, it is the third that we look to, Jordan Pinder. If he does not keep his team in good shape, pretty tough for the skipper to make them all.
Nova Scotia won the first ever Brier back in 1927. Here in 2017, trying to make the playoffs. First rock, next.
The Brier is special. It's the reason we compete and we put in the work we do. It's the #1 reason I'm still out here kicking at the tires and been kind of beaten down and reforming team after reforming team, it seems like, the past few years. So I think, I don't even know how I'd be able to react. I think it'd just be a really special moment and something I would cherish forever.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by Sponge Towels Paper Towel. Nothing absorbs like it.
It is a busy morning at the Brier. Jean-Michel Menard back on the ice yesterday. 2 extra end games, 2 draws to the button, and 2 wins. He's at 4-2. The Territories just that one win, but it came against Newfoundland Labrador and Brad Gushue, our feature matchup on Sheet C. And on Sheet D, Northern Ontario trying to rebound at 5-2, taking on New Brunswick. It is Saskatchewan versus Nova Scotia. It is time to meet the teams. They're brought to you by Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Jamie Murphy, skip of Team Nova Scotia. Our lead is Phil Kroll, our second is Scott Zachary, our third is Jordan Pinder, and we curl out of the Halifax Curling Club.
Hi, I'm Adam Casey, skip of Team Saskatchewan. My lead is Dustin Kidby, our second is Sean Meacham, our third is Catlin Schneider, and we curl out of the Highland Curling Club in Regina.
Jamie Murphy in his third Brier. Adam Casey making his sixth Brier appearance. There's your rock colors. Nova Scotia, the Redstones this morning. Team Saskatchewan, the Yellowstones. It was Adam Casey's team winning that draw to the button. So he has hammer here in this opening end. And to start things off, it is Nova Scotia lead. Phil Kroll to get things going. And basically, Kathy, a must-win game for both teams. We talked about the playoff situation. Last year it was 8-3. Those 4 playoff teams are back. Obviously, no more undefeated teams, but you can't afford any more losses if you're Saskatchewan or Nova Scotia.
No, I'm sure they both know that they are right in the mix, and a loss here this morning puts you right in that, oh boy, got to hope for other things, and you certainly don't want to be in that position on Wednesday.
Okay. Stop, Al. Stop. A foot or two heavy right there.
Lead stones for Team Saskatchewan from Dustin Kidby, who is also cousins of Ben Hebert. Lead for Team Canada this week.
Pretty close.
It's close. Maybe a little bit.
Could go. Yep. We could go.
Hard. Yep.
We gotta go. Wait.
Hard. 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 Keep going. Hard. 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 Keep
Top 12.
Yep, going a little further out than they had for the draw to the button, so a bit of a new path.
Little roll, Cat.
Okay. Not bad.
Same split be good here?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Line's great.
Here more.
A little more weight for
Clean.
Top 8.
Hey, clean it then.
This Nova Scotia team had those early games to get themselves actually into the Brier and had an edge on other teams early in the ability to read the ice, have a better sense of where it was. And I do not feel that they have played any different than they did earlier. It has typically been in the games that I've watched one end where they just seem to fall apart and give up 3 and then just struggle to get back in. But if you look at their numbers, they're pretty good. They're very consistent.
Oh, they threw a million.
Other than that one end.
And I think early on an advantage, you remember that they come out of the pre-competition, his first game against 4-time Brier champion Glenn Howard, and what does he do? Draw the pin, a little bump to pick up a victory.
Pretty big, Adam.
Well, Jamie's made some great shots.
Clean.
Weights.
Yep.
Still heavy.
Whoa, whoa.
Still heavy.
Whoa.
Roll.
Come up a hair.
Okay.
Good.
Good.
Hack.
Pretty tough to roll under, especially first thing in the morning when you're still learning the ice. And so for Jamie, asking for the call for Scott Zachary here to be to the wings once he makes contact. Doesn't want to stay in that area because that allows the hit and roll under for Saskatchewan.
Scott making his first Brier appearance. He was on that team that lost in that pre-competition final in Ottawa last year, so always exciting. Your first time at the show.
Good.
Nice throw. Nice throw. Oh, never mind.
Nose is fine. I think you try to do this. Just normal.
Weight's good.
Yep.
Some pretty good numbers for Sean.
Easy. Yep. Yep. Go, Deuce. Go. It's close.
Trying to get the double across with the guard as well.
Oh,
Very nice shot to start.
Yeah.
Well, for Nova Scotia, Brian, what we just talked about, how do they win today? Well, stay the course. They have played very well. It is that one sort of end, and how you turn things around. Score early. Give yourself some confidence. I know that they would have looked at their days and their teams that they're playing ahead, and one of the best ways to get that confidence is to get on the board early. Now, without Hammer, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but a steal would be huge.
Where's the weight? Top 4. Top 8. Top 8.
Yep. Hard line. Hard line.
Wait.
And for Saskatchewan, the key that we will watch closely all game are the thirds. Caitlin Schneider is first amongst all thirds to Jordan's 9th, and so that can give Adam the absolute edge. And his ability, Adams, to see the big shot, as he did last night, did not draw for 3 when he had the opportunity for 5. Those are the things that are going to make the difference, because you may only get that shot once a game.
Keys to the game brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Okay, we're pretty good.
Get ready. You're gonna
Only
have
at
to
the
go
end
get
if
a-
I can.
Yeah, go.
Go if you can. Yep. Get a half on there. Go. Good.
Hack.
Right. Hack.
Yeah. Good hack. Hack.
32-year-old Jordan Pinder.
Board.
Good, Scott.
Hard.
Go. Yep. Hard. Roll it. Almost control, eh?
Little up, yeah. That's board.
Control.
Even board. I like
Board?
Yeah,
Board's
I like
fine.
board. Yep.
Like that ice?
Finish is good.
Okay, buddy. Give her in. Weight's good here. Nice weight. Perfect.
Caitlin Schneider.
Touch heavy.
Clean.
A lot of great Schneiders coming out of Saskatchewan when it comes to curling. We saw his sister Lorraine competing at the Scotties in St. Catharines. His dad, Jamie, is the alternate on the bench.
And he is the key, in my opinion, to the success of this Saskatchewan team.
Sorry, buddy. Good throw. That's still good.
And a nice start to roll under this morning.
Oh, we got it right.
The father, Jamie, or the third, Caitlin?
Catlin. Jamie, I'm sure, would be awesome if he was in the game. But it is this man who has made a lot of shots.
Yep. Across the face.
Okay.
Yep. Hard shot. Let it go. I'll go.
Hold her, bud. Okay. Okay, Jordan.
Where are we going? Split?
Split, yeah.
Okay.
So just
Normal here
not,
yet?
just
quite?
maybe not quite.
Had a lot of
Pretty
great
close, so I wouldn't
father-son
have a whole
combos over the years at the Brier. Of course, at this year's Brier, Glenn Howard and
Yes.
his son are playing, Scott.
Big plan, eh?
Russ and Stephen Howard got to play in a Brier together, and last night, very cool, as it was father Jamie coming off the bench and curling with his son Catlin.
Back tee,
So always
back
a
tee's
special
good.
memory to
Back
get to do
tee is
that
good.
with your
Nice.
son.
That'd be pretty cool.
Over there. Okay, you look pretty good. I don't think you're hurt.
What about Calvin? Good
And
spot.
they'll split the house with Hammer here in the first. Saskatchewan wise two.
Good, guys.
Under the guard.
Legs continue, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Normal?
Yep.
So for Jamie, he's got a couple of options. One is to roll underneath that center guard, but if it's going to continue to curl, they will try to group the stones
normal.
as much as they can. Maybe give him a double
The guard over by the yellow one.
on his second stone.
Normal.
Oh, close. Yep.
Yep.
Hard, bud.
Hard. Hard, Scott.
Hard, Scott.
Hard.
All right, good shot. Good.
Scott.
Nice sweeping, Scott.
Yeah, nose is good.
Hack shouldn't be too fresh in here anymore, eh?
We've played it quite a bit.
Well,
If you
path
do
that they've
roll a
thrown
little
quite
this
a
way,
bit
it's
this
okay.
end already.
I think you try to just hit it in the nose. Hack.
I saw his numbers, 8
Shouldn't be fresh in
amongst
here
skips,
anymore.
but there is only 1% difference between Adam Casey and Jamie Murphy.
Sliver less.
Nice swing. Yep.
Yep.
The outturn tap here for Adam Casey.
Let's go.
A little bit firm. Clean. Whoa, dude.
Clean.
Whoa.
Hair firm.
Clean.
Off then if it's firm
Clean.
off. If it's
That's
firm
heavy.
off.
Heavy
Right half.
Clean.
Right
Well,
off.
the advantage this end, of course, is to Saskatchewan with Last Rock, and there is something new with the Brier. This year actually was new at the Scotties and the Continental Cup. It's new technology. So what used to happen in the draw of the button is that when a shot like this would be made that would cover the pin or part of the pin, they would say, well, that's not measurable, and so the teams would throw again. And one year we had 6 players. Well, now there's 2 holes in the ice, one at the side at the tee line and one at the back. And what they do is they measure, then they put it into an algorithm that does the math that really determines how close you are to the actual pin, the center of it. And so now it's not enough just to cover a part of the pin. It says who actually is better, who is right on the middle of the pin versus covering it but off to the side. So more exact science and more teams having the hammer, even when you both cover the pin. The better draw still gets the edge.
My understanding, too, is Russ Howard developed that algorithm as well.
He doesn't have math, any math. A lovely shot from Jamie Murphy.
Well done to get himself out of trouble.
Good.
Wish I could do the same.
I think this will run straight for me,
Less.
even a hair less.
Now we talk about grouping the stones. The advantage of doing that is it sets the opportunity, and that has been taken advantage of, and so now we go to the blank.
Russ probably thinks, Kathy, that algorithm is one of those Newfoundland language lessons that we'll be running later on in the week. Well, we're so mean.
No, there's no we. You.
Hey, we're in this together. The guy asked me this morning where my TV wife was. And I said she's up in the booth waiting for me.
Really gotta go.
Final stone here in 1. Adam Casey looking for the blank. He's got to roll it out, avoid the jam, no problem. We're off and running, aren't we here, Kathy? Glad you're with
Knock
us.
at the door. That's the lawyer.
On this
Divorce.
Wednesday morning at the Tim Hortons Brier. The harbor here in St. John's.
Beautiful.
What a view. The locals call it the Narrows, which takes you out to the Atlantic. Some amazing food, seafood we've been enjoying this week. It's been awesome. Update time now. Inside Mile 1 Center, Quebec taking on Team Alberta. And Quebec coming off a great day yesterday, Kathy. Jean-Michel Menard made 2 pistols, extra end draws to the button, and here he needs another nice draw with the intern.
Well, he told me last night he'd rather force himself to play the draw all the time. Still a little bit concerned about the running of the straight stones if you're bumper or hack. So he's got a draw here, already lying 1 in the 4-foot. Does need full 4 for his second point.
And this one has to slow down in time. Jean-Michel Menard, a little too far. He loves throwing that outturn as much as you love the cod here this week, Kathy.
Oh, halibut.
And
Insanely good.
that was the intern, so slides a little bit too far for Jean-Michel Menard. So just the single. A
Wrong
1-0 lead.
on the fish, wrong on the turn.
Well, what? 0 for 2. Okay, we'll try again there here, Kathy. Double your money. Northern Ontario taking on New Brunswick. And how many stones in there?
There are 3 red ones.
And what's this play?
Mike Kennedy is making the hit, I believe. Obviously has the choice of the draw, but you know, in the first stand, it is a little bit of a risk, especially if he hasn't thrown a draw on his first. So trying to get to the nose and stick around.
Might need that catcher there in the wings. Mark Lecoq on the brush, rolls over, and it will stop in time. The catcher does work, so it is 1 on the board for New Brunswick. As Mike Kennedy looks for win number 2 at this year's Tim Hortons Brier in St. John's. And there is our feature sheet.
All there on its own.
Saskatchewan
Good.
taking on
Good try.
Nova Scotia. Adam Casey, successful blank in that first end, so he has the hammer here in 2 throwing the Yellowstones.
We did our morning game on this very same sheet yesterday and really saw the movement with this out turn. It really, really finishes hard at the end.
Well, a lot of room right now.
Much more predictable than the in
Mine's
turn,
good.
which
Top
tends
eight.
to run
Yep.
quite a bit straighter.
Top 8.
I mean, whoa, whoa, Jordan's rock. You don't have to, though. You don't have to. Just no bounce on this line at all.
Line's
And
good.
You can just bite the eighth-foot's perfect.
Line's good.
Okay, you can freeze it now. Go, Jordan. Go, Jordan. You can freeze
Yep,
it. Even
hard.
below is good. That's a good shot. Thanks, bud.
Our meat team is your draw the button.
Pretty close. Should be there. Should be there. Think it's
I'm
there.
good.
Easy, guys.
Line's
There.
close.
Top 4.
Okay.
Top 8.
Line's good.
We're a little.
98. Yep.
I think we're there on its own.
Line's
Yeah,
good.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
Hard. Hard line. Hard.
Keep
Okay,
going,
good.
buddy. Right to it. Nice cross.
And Sean Meacham, another frozen
Shot.
stone there as the rocks are building up in the 8 and 4 foot. John Morris scoring 2 in the first to
Cross
lead the
center?
territories
Yeah.
2-0. Jim Cotter, the 4th rock thrower on that team.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
And with where that last stone wound up for Saskatchewan, the angles are not
room.
that good for
Silver.
Saskatchewan anymore.
Room.
A little bit better for Nova Scotia,
Jordan
which is
to
why
clean.
Jamie's
Jordan to
now
clean.
calling for the guard.
Where you at? Where you
Shoulder, what
at?
you got?
Yeah, it's the center. You got it.
Go
Hard, Jordan,
hard.
center, hard.
Every inch.
Hard,
Go
Jordan,
hard.
hard.
Okay, Scott.
Okay, Scott, that's good.
Kathy, Adam Casey might have had one of the lines of the Brier during a sit-down interview. We were asking him about
Just the one.
being in Saskatchewan. He still lives in
Other
Charlottetown,
one,
but
good.
with the
Okay,
rules,
like
you
this?
can have one
Yeah,
person
so
out of
that.
province
You got
represent
enough, Beach?
Saskatchewan. He said he got a call
Hey,
from Sean
You got
Meacham, and he
enough of
said,
this?
who the heck is Sean Meacham? Adam had no idea about Sean or this team. He actually Googled the team. I don't know what he would have done pre-Google or internet, but he Googled the team, and he saw they had a pretty good year. And as we mentioned off the top of the show, he started out as the
Wait,
second
set.
on the team. They got off to a slow start. Sean was struggling as well. So for a while, Adam started throwing the last stone, and then Sean at one point going to a bomb spill said, listen, guys, this isn't working out. Adam, you skip this team full-time. And what do we have here now? They're at the Brier, so
Well,
a pretty good result.
I think there's two things in that story resonate. One is that Sean was big enough to say, this is not about me, this is about the strength of the team and what works best. Who is best to throw that last rock? And obviously this has been the great combo. And the other really great thing about it is that in this country, there are so many great teams that you may never have heard of until they actually
Halfway.
show up
like a
to
lot
an
more
event like
spots.
this or show up to
Halfway.
a Bonspiel, and then you're thinking, jeepers, they're pretty
Halfway
good. And
tight.
next thing you know, they're in this
Tight.
national stage. So much depth in this country.
What you got?
To the red, I think. To that one.
Phil. I don't know.
Just short of it.
Oh.
Finished a little bit at the end, really wanting to create an angle so there's no run back.
This guy comes right onto this, but that's good.
How much? Like 3/4, 2/3?
Yeah, sure. Just
It's going to run it straight back with the drag. But for Adam Casey, his biggest concern right now is opening up the front,
yep.
even if
Whoa,
he's
whoa,
not
whoa.
shot.
Whoa! Clean!
Big weight from Catlin Schneider.
Whoa, whoa.
Bang. Red
Good
goes
shot.
back, and he cleans
good.
things up
Right.
there in the 4 foot. And
Yeah.
quite the athlete, Kathy Catlin. He actually played for the Regina Rams, kick returner, wide receiver. So I guess he's our Deion Sanders of curling.
Wow, tremendous.
Multi-sport athlete. And a lovely job there to clean things up a little bit for Adam Casey.
It is a very good shot, even though it's an opportunity for Nova Scotia to lie 3. For Adam Casey, it's opened up the front. It's given them an opportunity that was starting to look pretty congested.
Jet, little down.
Gotta go. All right, Scott, just Scott. Whoa, whoa, ah! Excited. Okay.
Yeah, Jordan.
I'll give you a little more ice on those.
Field again.
Sure.
One thing,
Anything
too,
with
added
this,
to
you're
that
spinning
story
out.
about
Yeah, I like
Sean
that.
Meacham
Out-
basically
out
saying,
turn.
hey, listen, I'm going to
Yeah,
handle the
center,
front
yeah.
end.
Yep.
Adam, you handle the back end duties, and we'll come together as a team. Obviously, two separate teams, but being a former skip and knowing what it takes and knowing what a skip is going to need, it's kind of nice to have sort of that dual management.
It is. I think that the more that everyone's played other people's positions, be that front end or back end, it gives you an appreciation for the skills required, all the extra things that come into play.
Great shot. And look at the roll, too, Kathy, right in front of that red stone. So two really nice stones from Catlin Schneider.
Great
It's
shot.
a different-looking end now.
Good throws.
Now, we talked about him being first amongst all thirds. He has really kept his team in great shape. And you're right, is both big weight shots, but really changed the circumstances from 2 rocks ago.
His sister Lorraine might say, hey, I might have to recruit this guy for some mixed doubles. He's not
That's
bad.
good. You like for weight?
85. It's top 8.
I know, T-line.
T-line. T-line. Is that half of the 12, that yellow one?
It's like 8 foot.
So, Kathy, from the start of the event,
Like
the
85
Ford Hot
or
Shots
80?
that we love and the great
Go
opening
80.
ceremonies on Saturday,
second one coming
which
this
were
way, I think.
electric in
Yeah,
this
I'll wait
building,
and see
to
if I
now, obviously, Wednesday, sort of the teams start to sort themselves out with the standings. What have you seen on the ice from the Hot Shots, the Ford Hot Shots, to now?
I think that the single best thing has been consistent with draw weight. It's always about 14, 14-2. Yesterday we actually saw it get to 15, but then it stays there. It doesn't really flatten out a whole lot. You have to think about whether you're in a straight spot because it's not going to move as far, or whether you're in a curling spot, but that has been the predictability. There are for sure very straight spots, and it has been the ability of people to throw hack to bumper that will make the difference of the outcome, but it's been fantastic.
Yeah,
Felt heavy.
Let's make him make something. Where's the best spot I could possibly roll this?
Well, if you
Probably the
ideally,
less rolls better, right? Probably just roll it to here. And
yeah,
leave
you
this
could
right
get
here.
first and second, or you play this way to jam it and roll it over here. But then you're
Yeah,
not
no,
second, right?
I think you just try to roll it in and make it
Yep.
thin. Like I could probably almost roll it far, but I think normal
You have
weight,
to
and just
throw-
try to roll it here.
Yep.
How's that look? Get a little curl.
Yeah, I like it. That's
Okay,
good.
just across the nose. Okay.
Adam's throwing on the side of the sheet that is
Should
a
be
little
able to
bit
sit too.
straighter,
Yeah, I think so.
throwing that
Across
in
the
turn.
nose.
That's the way. Normal?
Should get a little bit of finish here.
Yep, I think so too.
Would you ever, Kathy, just draw down to that red stone and make Jamie make a play on their yellow one ahead of the red stone, or is this the play all the way along?
This is the play all the way along. It gives you the opportunity to lie two when all is said and done.
Hard!
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa, me!
Little roll,
Meech,
little roll,
gotta go!
buddy. Beauty. Attaboy.
Shot.
Nicely done.
Real good. Really good.
Good, buddy.
All right.
Real nice, Adam.
I don't think.
We got a piece of the red line, so
Do we? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What they were looking at
control.
is whether they hit that
Like his is curling
stone
a bit there,
at
right?
the top of the 8
Yeah.
foot on the nose if they would be shot. And they would not be. And the other advantage is if they hit and roll
One of the
under
yellow,
here
you
and Adam
can't
Casey
nose it.
runs it back, they feel that their stone on the left will outcount the shooter, which I would agree with.
A blank in the second. So Quebec still leading Alberta at 1-0. Brendan Botcher with hammer there. Same story between BC and the Territories. Jamie Cooey still with hammer. And
Control.
same story between New Brunswick and Northern Ontario blank and two. So it is Brad Jacobs with hammer in 3.
Yep. Hard.
Whoa. Yep.
Whoa. Whoa. Hard, Scott.
And a little roll behind cover. Jamie Murphy lies 1. And now the short little run back. And how much does he need to roll here, Kathy,
close.
for the possible 2?
Not too much. If Jamie is able to roll directly under, Adam Casey will have to hit his stone right on the nose, and it could not be for 2, but at the angle,
Have something we had to worry about.
he knows it. The angle that Adam has to hit it at, you can see, all he needs is a little roll to the left for the 2.
You don't have to roll it too far.
Yeah.
You throw
Yeah,
it
you
the
probably
same
only
way?
got to roll 6 to 8
Same weight.
inches.
It's the shade, last Callan. Should
Probably.
run.
So?
Just going downhill, I guess.
Yeah,
Curling
it's gotta
so
be.
much, right?
Yep. Really hard.
Can't get over center.
Hard, you gotta go.
Hard, you gotta go.
Really gotta go.
Final stone here in 2. Adam Casey got to run it back. Needs a little roll to try score his 2. Bang it. Oh, how about plan B? Maybe?
Okay.
Spins a little bit too far. So just a single. Nearly worked out for him anyways. With the audible.
Wasn't the same way.
1 on the board here for Team Saskatchewan.
44 curlers started the week with a chance to drive away in an all-new 2017 Ford Escape SE in the annual Ford Hot Shots competition. The number whittled down to just 2. And in the final, Martin Crête from Quebec faced off against Northern Ontario's Brad Jacobs. And the skip from the Sioux, well, he came to play, scoring a total of 21 points, including a 5 on the around-the-horn triple. Northern Ontario's Brad Jacobs wins the Ford Hot Shots and a 2-year lease on a 2017 Ford Escape SE.
Wednesday morning at the Mile 1 Center, the first mile of the Trans-Canada Highway here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador. Our feature matchup, Saskatchewan taking on Nova Scotia. And Adam Casey nearly pulled off the audible there, Kathy. He wanted to play the quiet little run back and roll in. And option B nearly worked out, but he picks up his single. So it is Team Nova Scotia. Jamie Murphy throwing the Redstones with hammer now here in 3.
And good for them to try to get the best out of that shot. It is your ability to see plan B as it starts to go down the ice and realize it's not going to do exactly what you want. That is important, and also get some points that you might not normally get. Almost got the 2.
That T-line, right?
It was quite the provincial final for Adam Casey. He had to beat 6-time provincial champ Steve Laycock. 11-1 was the final score, which for Steve, and we know the caliber of his team, that was quite the final to win by 10. Which was pretty incredible. The one thing that really surprised Adam, playing at a PEI, he said your provincial playdowns usually is a 3-sheeter, and it's pretty quiet. Maybe the fans are your loved ones or family or girlfriends. And in Saskatchewan, he said it's arena ice. It's usually a sellout, and it was, you know, a pretty incredible experience there. And we were mentioning the Steve Laycock team. Some news out of there a few weeks back as Colton Flash left the team, and he's got a new squad. Colton and Kevin Marsh, Dan Marsh, and Trent Knapp playing together now out of Saskatchewan.
Yeah, I like it.
And
so a little
sometimes
shake up there, Kathy.
that happens. You know, you spend so much time together, you work so hard, and I know that for that Laycock team would have been so very, very disappointed with that final. And who knows, just the fact that they lost by the score that you say, that's so uncharacteristic of that team.
Weight's good. Weight's good.
Line's good.
You know, Brian, you were talking about Adam's comments that it was so different to play in Saskatchewan and PEI. You know, we're on the road a lot, and sometimes we wake up and don't know where we are. Well, I think that for Adam Casey, it's a little bit that way when he curls.
You're at St. John's, Kathy.
Because
good morning.
because he has represented so many provinces, and that is the world now. But look at the percentages down the third column, I guess. Some really great numbers for those years. Now, he was Newfoundland those first 3 years. That was playing second. Then he moved up to skip. Those numbers a little bit lower when he was in PEI. And now they're going up and on the way up, tied 5th amongst all skips. That says that he is really coming into his own.
He can just find one more province. Who knows where he'll go?
Well, if he had another province, he would set the record. So Adam is the 5th player in Tim Hortons Brier history to represent 3 different provinces or territories. And we talked off the top of the show, Newfoundland, Labrador, PEI, and now Saskatchewan. And we talked about it earlier in the week. Do you know the other 4 players?
Okay.
I quizzed you. You got him?
Yes, I'm just watching this come to rest. We talked about Johnny Moe.
Yes.
We talked about
his father, Earl Morris.
Father Earl Morris, and we talked about Ryan Fry.
And one more on the territories. You got it.
But with all seriousness about Adam, I think Saskatchewan would love to have him, and obviously he's enjoying the opportunity wearing the green and white from the Prairies. This team is only going to get better with this experience, and his numbers and his presence as a skip much, much stronger every time he's back here.
Good.
Good. Real nice.
So that releases at Yellowstone now. It is still Nova Scotia. Shot Stone on the button with Hammer here in 3.
Jamie looking to run that guard back.
Nose is close. You might miss it with nose, but you'd probably clip that.
What do you say?
Inch high.
Over's not bad because he said you can clip the red one and push it into the other yellow.
A little off nose gives you more. It gives you the roll to the corner, and it also likely picks out at least one, if not both, of the yellow Saskatchewan stones.
Whoa! Whoa! Better be close.
Scott Zachary, run it back. And it does remove his own red stone. So for now, it is Team Saskatchewan lying the 2.
Good shot, Mitch. That was a little back line, but it was back 8 out of your hand and slipped the whole way.
Yeah, we pounded it.
We're 1-2. Yeah. Barrier top 8's pretty good.
Okay. Full 8 is good. Yeah. We're getting a little different path, but still should be pretty good.
It's not much different here.
And the different path they're talking about is just to the center line. There have not been a lot of draws thrown over that center line. Not a lot of draws or rocks, period.
Early.
So it will be that little bit slower.
Hard early.
Yeah, we gotta go late. Hard then. You gotta go line 2.
Oh, no.
Hard. Keep going.
Hard, guys. Hard.
Gotta go.
Still got
Top 12.
Hard.
Hard after hits.
Roll it a bit. Roll it a bit.
All the way. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Hey, Cal.
Hey, Cat.
Hey. Hack.
Yep.
Jamie's concern and why it took him so long to call that shot is just because it is behind the tee line, knowing that if you play that hit and roll under, your opponent's coming down right on top right away, and then you're going to be chasing to the button, but that is what he's elected to go with. The other option is that he ignores those stones and plays the draw with Jordan.
Hard, bud.
Whoa! No! Hard, no!
It was a disappointing night last night, Kathy Gauthier, for Brad Jacobs in Northern Ontario, losing to the hometown heroes in that game as well. Ryan Harnden took a tough spill. He burnt his skipper's rock. It ended up in 2 for Brad Gushue. So a chance to rebound here and try pick up win number 6 this morning. Final stone here in 3 from Brad Jacobs. He has the open in-turn hit for 2.
Well, you and I spoke to Ryan Fry this morning at breakfast, and feeling very disappointed with his own performance last night. 73, I think he said, and that's just not where Ryan Fry typically is. But when you have an off night and you're playing someone as strong as the Brad Gushue team is, that's what happens. But there's your 2.
So Northern Ontario, the 2013 Brier champs in Edmonton, with the lead.
And there is why Jamie Murphy was not sure he wanted to play the hit and roll. Catlin took full advantage of the opportunity provided by Jordan by not rolling under. A nice, soft, manageable weight. And now forced to the run.
It's funny when you talk about Jamie Murphy, I think too of a guy like Jean-Michel Menard. Maybe the numbers aren't near the top of the skips or the best, but he made yesterday 2 unbelievable draws under pressure. And when Jamie Murphy and this team have been successful, whether we've covered the game or been looking at updates of the run back there, pretty good effort, it's his draws that have gotten this team out of trouble. So if they can at least give him
a shot.
And keep it a little bit open for the skipper, they should keep it close here against Saskatchewan if they give him a chance to draw.
Well, the good news is it's not in the 4-foot anymore. The bad news is that there are still 2 Saskatchewan counters, so no pressure here on Adam Casey as he plays to go around that center stone.
Speed should be good in this path, eh?
Yeah, I think so.
Should be normal.
He is the youngest skip in the field this year and maybe the most impressive. I know they're a rookie team out of Alberta and maybe some jitters early. They got off to that slow start, but Brendan Botcher and his team out of Edmonton slowly but surely coming up with a lot of confidence. Final stone here to come against Team Quebec. Looks like a couple of Reds there in the house.
Well, he was scored at 93% last night and probably one of the finest games I've seen him play. Double after double after double last night. No double needed there, just a single for the 1.
And remember the storyline, and Brendan knows it well. He's the first skip since 1999 who is not Kevin Cooey or Randy Furby to come out of that province. Or Kevin Martin, you see Cara Kling there, his father's the coach, to come out of that province since 1999. So good for them to be here, and they're slowly building some confidence, I think.
If he goes through the hole, we can go through 2.
Lovely weight by Adam.
Plus, I don't think he can try it.
It's probably gonna spin open, like.
Yeah.
I mean, we can run it and try and sit her in the corner.
Yeah. Just leave the center guard's the only thing.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I mean, we can try and nut it on that one. It's going to be tough sledding if we miss it because he throws a guard on it. I'm not really going to have much.
No,
right?
I know. Well,
if we get this one off now, at least I'm going to have something.
Yeah, sure, I'm good with that.
We're at the side this year.
Roll your shooter.
Yeah, it should slide over. We can probably be a little above it.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, I hit like 3/4, even like 2/3. Should go into it a bit.
Yeah, okay. Intern.
Okay.
So you're doing 2 things with this. You're removing the center guard, trying to open it up.
Get it over underneath that corner is pretty good too.
Okay.
It's got a couple of options playing this turn. If it hangs out, he goes towards the 1 in the 8-foot. If it goes straight back, need to make sure that you open up the front because, as you heard him say, if he misses the 1 on the lid, he's not going to have much of a second shot.
Real hard, Scott.
Jamie Murphy out of Halifax with his first, run it back. He'll miss, but he does roll it over a little bit.
That is not a good shot.
It's a tough time doing anything then,
Even if you leave him just like a
I think the same ice.
Same line,
Maybe just a hair more. But
we're probably around
I
edge
wasn't
when
as
you
positive
threw it.
as I always am.
I think you can afford to be.
Yep. Bite the 8's perfect.
Now there you hear Adam
try to
Casey
throw tough,
smelling
12 -ish.
blood.
Yeah, like 6
We
feet.
can come
Like
quarter
4-8,
around that
really.
red guard. He'll be showing just that little bit of an inch of the shot stone to Jamie Murphy, and he will be lying 4. That's his plan.
Nice weight, top rings.
Line's good. Top
rate.
8's good.
Should be there.
Hold it.
Should be there.
This team out of the Highland Curling Club in Regina, and we know next year Regina will host the Tim Hortons Brier, so you know this team would love to put in a great showing here.
We're good.
Deuce.
We're good.
Deuce maybe a hair.
Whoa, it's steep.
Deuce if anything.
No.
Whoa.
No.
Sit.
Good. Real nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now I don't think you can double for your single.
Too far. It's
He
pretty
can't
good,
hit it.
Cannot.
And
No,
I'll
I
count
know.
that one, so. It's really good.
Yeah.
Good throw. Beauty.
Yeah. Just
But
would have
maybe
been
a double just
nice
to limit
to
the
be a
damage here,
foot
Kathy.
higher.
Get one.
Yeah.
For sure. I think this is scoreboard management. You make the double, your shooter, if you stick it, will not outcount the one that is on the tee line. But if you give one, you're down 2 with lots of game to go.
Can't wait.
There's really no good options for shot.
Guys, stick it.
I get it.
Do you like same weight though, Kathy, or would you like to see something a little quieter?
Now, if they know the path, the one thing that you know with Jamie's ice is that if you throw it clean and you throw it at the stick, it will not move. I think that for Jamie was just a little bit tight on the first one, but he will have just thrown there and felt pretty comfortable, I would think.
And that is Jamie Barassa's ice, the head ice maker here. Final stone, needs a good one. Got to stick the double. Bang it back. Where does the shooter go? Oh boy. And it rolls right by everything. And that is a steal of 1, 2, 3. Man. And I think just 3, Kathy.
Yeah.
It's really close.
I think so too.
I think it's yellow, actually. Should I say that? Yep. Measure.
You think it's us, Cal?
I think it's us, yeah.
Like 4.
So maybe 4. 3 for sure.
I think it's yellow.
So that is a tough break early here
in,
for Jamie Murphy and his team out of Halifax.
That intern. Yeah. It is.
And they said he wanted to throw that big
Well,
weight, and then they started talking about it, and then I think it's
and
it less, and it didn't take enough ice.
Yeah, he had to throw the same weight with that ice.
Right. So,
And that conversation says a lot there, Kathy. We talked about the weight choice.
It's yellow. By quite a bit, I think, yeah.
And in case you're wondering why they don't use the technology we talked about in the draw to the button for shots like this, is because they can't use the same holes to go to the wings. That doesn't help. And if you use a laser, it is a bit of operator error depending on what part of the stone
Can I see that again, sorry?
they're pointing to.
But I understand Russ is
You can go
working
the
on
same
that
way, it's
algorithm right now in the hotel, if I'm not mistaken. So.
Known as a measuring tape, no doubt. So he will spin it again. The official suggested that it was red. Saskatchewan asking for one more look, which they can. So we'll see it go to 4.5.
Yep.
And this, I believe, is right around the 5.
And that is definitely closer.
So just a steal of 3. But a good steal indeed. Saskatchewan leads 4-0 after 3. Well, welcome back on this Wednesday morning. Our updates continue. The Territories looking for win number 2, taking on John Morris and BC. They come in with that 4-3 record. Final stone to come here from the team from the north.
Looks like he's trying to play the angle double, maybe even the triple.
Oh, whoa, ah, whoa, yes, 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 whoa, yes.
Jamie out of the Yellowknife Curling Center. Run it in, clips 2 yellows, but it looks like that yellow is still shot, and it is as Shilly kicks it away. So a steal for BC. They lead 3-0 after 3. Off the top of the show, we said this young man loves the moment, loves the big shot, and he came through for his team and helped orchestrating that steal.
Well, for Jamie Murphy, didn't have very good options on either of his shots, but I think that for Adam Casey, saw an opportunity for a team that was maybe not ready to go this morning. He could have just thrown a guard and forced the draw or tried to steal one, but this is what he did against Glenn Howard last night as he pushes and he pushes. The decision here is to come in, make sure you're second, and make sure by the placement of this stone that even the nose hit, the double does not give your opponent shot. And then we saw what happened with Jamie Murphy's, went on to the steal of 3.
The key shot brought to you by Scotty's, the tissue for any issue. So here in 4, down by 4. Nova Scotia once again throwing the Red Stones with hammer.
Line's good. Top button, yep.
Where are you?
38-year-old Phil Kroll leads Stones for his team out of Halifax.
Line's good.
Line's great. Got it. Line's real good. Top button, boys. Freeze it, come on. Freeze it, go hard! Come on, hard!
You know, for Kroll and Zachary and Pinder, who do a lot of sweeping, keep in mind they've played 4 more games more than anyone else. We've seen a few of the curlers. Ryan Harden comes to mind. He had a bit of a tricep issue, sore, and a lot of the guys getting treatment all week long here, and it's a long grind. You don't, a lot of the times they say, well, you know, take a week or 2 off, you'll be fine. There is no taking a day off or a draw off right now.
And Ryan Harden is a great example of someone who you know lives in the gym. This is not somebody who is not physically fit coming into it, but it doesn't matter. When you're pushing your muscles that hard, you find a way to sweep harder, work harder, do everything that much better with intensity at an event like this, and things happen. Your muscles just can give on you.
See, Kathy, like the one between my ears sometimes in the morning, you know, you work it too much. And or some would argue not enough up here.
Trying to make sure it's in place, something that they could utilize.
Hey.
While it's over, it's such a long guard and it finishes so hard to the wings. It's going to be tough for Nova Scotia to be able to put a stone anywhere behind it that cannot be getted. Gettable?
And that'll be the next word on our local language lessons
I've
from
learned that on the
Newfoundland,
streets
Labrador.
of St. John's.
Yep.
Hard!
Hard, buddy.
Hard!
Hard! Go, 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 go.
Hard! Hard!
Straight to it.
Hard!
Sean Meacham. He'll stuff the red. And now the door opens here for Nova Scotia.
Okay.
With Hammer here in 4.
I think the guard.
Behind the guard?
I throw it in the corner guard.
Yeah, it's true.
I guess just over curl it to here.
Yeah, sure.
Half open.
Yep. That's pretty good.
And his tolerance here for sure is light. If he's able to even be tight to the house and act as another corner guard, if Saskatchewan peels, which they likely will at some point, you will still have a guard that you can utilize to get around.
Oh,
Weight's good.
a lot of room. A lot of room still.
Keep it high.
It's got to over curl, Jordan.
Top 8. T.
Okay, it's Phil's rock. It's Phil's
T.
rock. T-line's way too deep.
T.
I think you just got to let it sit.
Okay.
That should be right there. Good, Scott.
Good, Scott.
Yeah, now you want to feel it? Fuck me. Jesus.
Two-thirds, 3/4.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Even without last rock, Saskatchewan peeling that because those 2 stones in the house are set up for a potential double. That's what Adam Casey is counting on making.
3 now.
Sure. Sure.
Dead T-line. That double's not a joke, so even, I guess a rock above the T-line's perfect.
Okay. Can we freeze the back one? Like 95?
I don't think it's that fast. I had 85 on Scott.
85.
Talking about split times.
It's good.
It's a rock above the tee.
Hasn't been many down the side, so.
Easy, that's heavy. Easy.
Does it need to curl?
Yeah, even on T-line on this line's good.
It's there. It's there.
T-line. T-line. T-line
There.
on this line.
It's there.
Be on the tee.
Hard
Hard
shot.
I think it's good.
Nice weight, separating the stones as much as they can.
Yeah.
Thin
Like
third.
the out turn.
Intern.
Okay. Like that ice?
Yep.
Hey, bud.
How about the Saskatchewan missile here? Get all 3, Kathy? The old fun round the horn? Any chance?
No.
Okay.
And the reason for that is if you hit it thin enough to get the second one, the redirect up the house will probably miss the one on the T-line on the other side.
Watch other one.
Catlin Schneider. And he'll go right through the uprights.
Hey, Kat.
Got lots of curl there.
Just that in between, a little bit thinner, and he gets the one on the forefoot. Thicker, he gets the one on the outside. Opportunity here for Nova Scotia. Looking for another flat one right on the tee line.
Tee line.
Back tee.
We're behind tee. We're possibly through.
Really?
Sliding. Yeah, he's through.
Hey, Jordan.
Oh, and it just hangs on in time.
Fine. That's 75.
Did you play? I think you just play it a little quieter though. Thinking like control, weight, get a little more control, and if I hit it thick and I roll there, it's not death.
Okay.
Like that?
Sure.
How's that look? Good?
Good, yeah.
So a couple options for
Thin
Adam
third gets it.
on this. He's playing the double, but if it curls a little bit, that's why he's throwing down weight. He'll hit and roll in front of that stone that's just been thrown by
Control
Jordan
weight.
at the back of the house.
Try the double. Just a little less. That looks like a lot for
Yeah, it
control.
does look like a
Still look less.
We'll get a decent amount of finish, I think.
Can't go by it.
That weight I threw is probably good, eh?
Yeah.
Down to sip scones here in 4. First one from Adam Casey.
Nice control.
Yep. Whoa.
Little firm.
Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hair
Whoa.
firm.
Whoa.
You're by it.
Dude, or Meech. Really got
Sean got to go to get it to curl a little bit, catch a piece.
Go, Cat. Go.
Okay.
And it's enough to remove it.
Jeez. Come on, boys.
Good throw.
Right there. Pretty good. Tough double.
Still normal.
Oh my.
Right next door, a lot of rocks in play for Mike Kennedy. And look at, I think they're going way out to the
I
wings
think,
here.
Yes, they're playing just that thin
No, I don't
redirect
think so.
off the boards for 2.
A little more, Scott.
That red stone there belongs to
more.
Northern Ontario, Brad Jacobs.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
gonna
the
mock there, though.
shot stone. There you see it on the back of the
Normal,
button.
yeah.
So we're going wide
No, I
out
think
into the wings.
Yeah, I'll take a little less.
Looks like a lot of ice.
A
Must
little
be
less, Scott.
He must have the earpiece in there,
Just a
Kathy.
shade more than that.
Listening here to the 3-time Scotties champion. Oh, you've seen it in off like this before to win a national women's
in this
title.
building.
So final stone, Mike Kennedy here in 4.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yep.
Quiet weight would be one of the shots of the week. And the angle just a little bit off as it goes underneath. So a steal of 1 for Northern Ontario.
Just needed to curl that little bit more.
3-1 there after 4.
Right here.
And back in our feature matchup, Jamie Murphy here. After giving up that steal of 3, fighting hard to try get 3 back.
Shot.
Hey.
And this one is all about
Scott.
position, trying to ensure there's no double.
Pretty good.
You said bite the tee. You didn't say which end.
Nice weight, Jamie.
Shot.
Let's throw heel at it this time.
Okay.
It's pretty thin.
Quarter.
Yeah.
That looks a lot like that Rachel Holman
Same way.
double, different part of
Very
the
thin.
house, but
Very
that
thin.
needs to be made there. Meantime, we'll update you on the territories in BC, and looks like a pretty good morning here for John Morris and Jim Cotter putting the pressure on the territories.
Whoa.
It's BC line 3 with 1 to come. In the meantime, our feature matchup, Adam Casey trying to make 2 go away, catch it thin enough, touch it enough, and not quite.
Get off that for a second. It's gone.
As it goes over the top. So on our feature matchup, it will be the open draw for 3 on the update sheet. Final stone on the way from Jamie Cooey as he draws against 3. And that's a lonely walk as this stone bumps the yellow, 2 for sure. And it is a steal of 3. So all BC in that one. Hard to believe, Kathy. You think about how good they were against Brad Gushue and beating the hometown heroes, and just coming out maybe a little lack of energy this morning. In the meantime, final stone, our feature matchup, any bit of the paint.
We're good.
And Nova Scotia can get that 3 right back. Pinder, Zachary, Kroll.
Very nice.
Nice effort to drag it in there. So after giving up that steal of 3, they answer back with 3 of their own. It's a 1-point game here in St. John's. Welcome back to Mile 1 Center. Update time. Quebec taking on Team Alberta. And you see this will be an outturn draw against that 1 stone for Jean-Michel Menard. Looks like there's a guard up there, so he has to play the draw. Look at the grimace right there.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not a, oh, I think I've maybe overthrown it, whether that's a knee or something's going on, something that watch for sure, but that's not ever something that you want to see.
All hands on deck here to try sweep this one. And there you see that guard up there, hence why the draw. And you know what, Jean-Michel Menard, that outturn draw has been just money all week long for him. That was good enough for 1, so we'll keep an eye on the champion from 2006, Jean-Michel Menard, and see how he holds up in this game. But he's in a good one there against Team Alberta. And full credit to Jamie Murphy and his team out of Halifax. Pretty tough when you're down by 4 after giving up that steal of 3. But they battle back with 3 of their own. So now it's a 1-point game. It is Adam Casey, Team Saskatchewan, throwing the Yellowstones with hammer here in 5.
Well, and it's got to give you a ton of energy for Team Nova Scotia. You look at the scoreboard, you're down 4-0, but the best way to bounce back after a 3 is to score at least 2, and they got all 3 back. There were 4 opportunities for doubles by Saskatchewan. None of them made last end, and so they'll be able to figure out very easily how they gave up that 3 and just remind themselves that they're 1 up with last rock and in good position.
Nice weight.
Not really heavy.
Yep, both
Maybe a hair down.
Yep. Hard! Help him!
Really gotta go.
Hard!
Really gotta go.
Hard!
Go, buddy, go.
Hard!
What a scrub there from Sean Meacham. Get it by the yellow as well, and that is a team shot right there. Some great brushing. And by team, I mean Sean Meacham, because he did all the work.
There's a lot of yelling by the other players. Good brushing by Sean. Called that almost out of his hand. Kept it very straight.
It is odd to see, though, Kathy. I know that the brushing has changed over the years, and now we're back on the same page with the one fabric that every player and team has to use. But a lot of the teams still have that philosophy, the one sweeper and not the second one, so you're almost a cheerleader.
Well, you are, I think, and most of that goes to the studies that more and more show that it is that sweeper right beside the rock that does principally all of the work. No question on draws, the 2 are going to take it farther. Really good brushers will make a big, huge difference on how far you can take it. But on hits, that second sweeper doesn't do that much. And so instead of having a push me, pull you of the rock being pushed one way or the other, often it is the direction that you want to go, the only one sweeper trying to determine how that is.
See, Kathy, as a front-end player, that could have extended your career by about 10 years. You could have been that positive consoler.
I could have just ran up and down cheering.
Come on, hurry. Go at her.
No, I'm not sweeping. I'm just here to yell.
I don't know if you saved the yellow. That red's pretty welded.
It's fine. The red doesn't have to leave. It just has to go out to the side of the floor.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. So our thrown hack.
Little quiet. Yep.
Hard, hard, guys.
Hard. Really gotta go. Hard. 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 Yep. Keep coming. Clean, 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 clean. Great sweep.
Very nice. And gets that little roll under as well.
Lovely job there from Sean in his first ever Brier.
He's doing a lot well. Lots of great brushing. Some really good numbers.
shot.
Hey.
Okay. On the wrong side of it. Okay, now we can loop again.
I like this meet.
I kind of like that one, but I like the draw.
Top 8.
Okay. I like that. I think it's a good call.
Okay.
And that's the voice from the hack of the gentleman that did start skipping, realizing that if you go around the outside, you give your opponent a chance to get to shot stone, but if you're able to get half buried on this stone, Jamie Murphy is back exactly to where he was in the first end, or the third end rather, that he gave up. The 3 points, looking at pieces of stone and not really being able to get to full stone either way.
Coming down, Adam.
You gotta go. Keep going, keep going. Everything got on this one. Everything got on that one. Oui. Okay. The angles are good.
That's good. Right under.
Yep.
Forward.
Let's go, Jordan.
This is not about the double jams. But the real estate is getting smaller. If Jordan is able to roll a little bit under, now Adam Casey is working within a very small scoring zone for a second point.
Scott. Hard, Scott.
Trying to get that final little bit of curl.
Get it, get it.
Go, go, go.
And a little bonus double there.
Hey, fine, Jordan.
Well, that does very much matter.
Augie double?
Augie double.
Augie double. Really close.
Yeah.
Hair sooner.
Yeah.
Well, I might go the whole way and then.
Yeah.
That's all we got, really. Hack weight. I like hack.
I like forward.
Okay, it's just edge to edge.
Yeah, you can get in ahead. This
That's
isn't the
why I like
worst.
hack.
Okay, hack.
Yeah, hack good.
I push it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like max to me, no?
Should be good.
Can I just have a hair less? Thanks.
And that hair less is for Catlin wanting to ensure that it gets the curl. Anything that hangs on the outside
weight.
jams
Nice
on his
hack.
own. And when you look at that from the hack,
Yeah,
it's a little bit unnerving to throw, knowing that this is that spot that does hang out on this side of the sheet.
Clean. Clean.
Whoa, off, off,
Clean.
off, off. Let it curl a bit.
Yep, yep,
Whoa.
yep, yep, yep. Don't roll that under.
Lock it in there, Jordan.
You're on for a split like 85?
I think 85.
85, yeah.
Clean it.
Weight's close.
Gotta clean it. Whoa, line's a little close.
Line's good.
Line's good. Line's good. Whoa, don't hit it. Don't hit it.
Easy.
Whoa!
Whoa, Scott.
Phil's
Whoa,
rock.
Straight. Whoa, Scott.
Looking to
Phil's
lock
rock.
it
It's
on.
Phil's rock. You don't have to though, Phil.
Easy though, Phil. No bounce.
Don't hit it as in don't
bounce.
sweep
Yeah,
it
get
too
back,
early.
yeah.
And now maybe go time.
I prefer not to move it. I prefer not to move it. I prefer not to move it. Don't move it. Don't move it. Don't move it.
Little tap.
boy.
And I believe they are shot stone.
Shot. Wait.
A hair thicker than half. Perfect, Catlin. Look good?
Uh,
Half around.
Trying to hit it just on the outside, the broom side, and come directly back. You'll lose one of the back stones.
close. Whoa! Whoa! Stay here.
Catlin Schneider. Run it in. And he gets that one red. Look at the action right out of the house. It is still Nova Scotia, though, shot stone there, back four.
Okay.
Okay.
Not bad, I guess, just a little wide there.
Yeah.
What's you do if you go right here?
Yeah, it taps to there. I don't know if I play that though. Pretty risky, I guess.
I mean, it's a nice shot with like hack to just roll here. If you whip that, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It probably goes under a little bit too.
Yeah.
I probably like the hit.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Like hack the board?
Yeah.
I think it's pretty straight here. Just watch it, all right?
Hit.
There's your other option, just to be second shot. That takes away. Their concern was that if they left the stones they did something like that, that this
the
would be
board.
the tap made
Like
by
a
Adam
light board.
Casey.
It's pretty straight here, eh?
Pretty
So
straight,
we're going to remove it,
No
take
more
away the
shot.
multiple points
Yeah,
potential.
just a hair more.
Right at it.
Yeah, right at it, Jamie. You got
Huh?
it. Right at
Hack
it.
the board.
You got it. Hack!
Yep.
Just hack! Just hack!
Yes! Whoa, it's curling. Whoa, it's curling. It's curling.
Close!
Whoa. Yep. Yep, yep, yep.
Oh boy.
Hard. Hard, Scott. Hard.
And look at this, might be plan D, but almost the shot that you had talked about, Kathy, but just not the way they drew it up, not even
Have that
close.
lightweight though?
Yes, he did.
Like T-line? Did you?
That or here.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah, you're right. Here, I guess. But then oh, that's actually not bad. He'll
It's
probably
still-
just run this, and then you'll have a double.
Still, I think just this. I think you can make it.
Even if you miss it,
Yeah.
roll it here, make him.
It might be better to hit it a little bit, like just get that guy, but you can
Yeah,
just
that's pretty
make
cute.
that.
Control?
Yeah, I like control. I don't see what else there is. The only other thing, we just hit this.
Well, if you roll it here, like he's got no double, the
Yeah.
double jams.
Yeah, I know it's just a tougher shot. Like this one, I can nod it, and he's got to play this in turn. He's just missed 3 times.
Okay.
But I'm okay. I think this is it. This is good. Firm control right there.
Okay.
Don't think it'll go crazy, right?
No, I think you'll get a
Little finish.
I think it's mid ice.
You can just make this.
Live look now, Quebec and Alberta. It is Quebec throwing the red stones, and I believe, Kathy, they looked it over for a while to see who was shot, but I think Brendan Botcher can hit it on the nose. You scored a few out, and he lies 2, does he not, if he makes this perfect?
I'm just trying to figure that out. I know that they looked at it pretty hard. They must believe very much it is red that is shot. Has to get super close to that one on the front.
By the guard, bang it, and there's the 2 yellows.
Very nice.
This young man continues to look impressive. Brendan Botcher, a 3-2 lead there after 5.
It's one of those teams that you're glad you have out of the way early in the week. He is gaining momentum.
And in our feature match, you see the jam there. And now that Yellowstone is wide open, a chance to not only sit 3, but to loop under cover here as well.
What's that?
I said we're 2 right now. We don't need to.
No, but I'm just thinking of how's not a shot. I guess he's gonna have this hit and roll.
But I'm just saying, why aren't we just trying to throw it here?
Oh yeah, right.
Or just guard it?
I could try it too.
What do you like? Like if I don't roll this.
Yeah. Sean, is this easy for him though?
That's true.
And I think it is mid ice too.
Yeah. Was it
It's pretty
what was the weight?
automatic for him is the thing, right?
That's what I'm thinking if we play it.
Yeah,
Can
well,
you
if we
do
get
that?
right beside it, it's really good.
Yeah, I like that.
Then I'll leave him this, draw the button.
I mean, even if you just roll to the
To
button.
there, anywhere.
Well,
you just don't want to leave it here because you give him a catcher.
Yeah.
You gotta,
it's gotta
be
roll
right
into
to
it.
it.
If we nudge it a little, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I like
As
that.
long as your shooter's there, you're good.
Play the board. Like
I'll throw control.
Yeah.
Well, and in this situation, I kind of like where Jamie was going with his first one. You are line 2. You are down. And
Jamie.
what's the objective? If you want to steal, Jamie's initial thought is, why aren't I throwing it in the top 12 or a guard? And the decision is to play the hit, but it is counting, or they are counting on a roll.
Speaking of on a roll, that's what Northern Ontario's trying to do here at this year's Tim Hortons Brier. 5 wins coming in, and another close call here. They looked it over here, Mike Kennedy and company, to see who was shot stone. And hard to say, but one to come here from Team New Brunswick with that ice. I'm assuming a bit of a tap shot here, Kathy.
I think it is.
In the meantime, our feature matchup, Jamie Murphy wants that little flip inside. He'll roll it in.
Yep.
And he lies 3 now in the forefoot without hammer.
Line's good. Whoa. Whoa. 2.
Back to the update sheet now.
Hard, Mark.
Trying to tap it through the hole.
Mark Lecoq, all he can do to get it to curl. And they do move that red stone. And it's definitely now a steal of 1. So 1 more for Team Jacobs and Northern Ontario. They lead after the break.
3/4 probably still gets it. It'll jump off that back.
So a nose hit here, Kathy. Is that good enough for 1?
No, you'll need a little bit of a roll in.
It'll jump off that back one with peel.
Oh, for easy.
Yeah.
Has to almost use that top stone on the left-hand
we'll get a
side
little
as a
curl
bit
in
of a
here still.
catcher to roll enough to get shot
Find a little
and
bit
not
there,
jam
tiny bit.
on the
Sure.
back one.
There.
Whoa.
So a real good couple ends here for Jamie Murphy. Nova Scotia, pressure on Saskatchewan. Final stone here in 5.
Roll it.
Adam Casey bang the Reds. And is it good enough for the 1?
I don't think so.
I think it was red, but...
One red.
And they kick it away, so 1 red. And what a comeback here for Jamie Murphy and company. They battled back to tie this up at 4 after 5.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
Well, when we started this game after 3, we really wondered how much of a game it would be, but then it has been the flip side, and it has been all Nova Scotia the last couple ends. And the skip of that team, Jamie Murphy, he's with Brian.
Jamie, after the first few ends, you were down by 4, but you've battled back so far in this game. How have you done it?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I guess just a little bit of patience, and we got a couple breaks there in the 4th end to get the 3, and then, you know, stole 1 there. So allows us to be a little bit more patient for the last half of the game. So.
Last year, 8-3, got a team into the playoffs. Last night, a couple of the so-called favorites, they came back with some losses. Does that give you guys maybe more motivation to know you're still very much in this thing?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, we're just trying to play it 1 game at a time and, you know, try and have a good game this morning and then see what happens from there. Get a little rest this afternoon.
You've had more games than everybody else. How are you and the team feeling?
Yesterday was a long day for us. I mean, we had 2 games back-to-back, so it'll be nice having a little bit of the afternoon off today and then play the evening game to get a little rest.
Thanks for your time and good luck.
Thanks a lot.
Well, it is a long week, but let's take a look at the numbers right now after our first 5, and they're brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. Well, the numbers on the bottom are very even, as are the numbers on the top. What's in the middle, though, that's the story. We matched the thirds coming in. Catlin still winning that at 85% to Jordan 75%, but the big difference, well, that's at the skip. Jamie at 80%, Adam Casey now at 55%. And that will be about turning this game around for the team, and who better than Pat Simmons to give them some advice.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. And by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
St. John's, it is a unique place and a beautiful part of Canada with some unique language. It's time for our Newfoundland Labrador language lesson.
Twacking is sort of like shopping, but it's a little bit different in the sense that you probably have no intention on buying anything. You might come across some treasure and you might break down and buy something that you don't need but you really, really want. But it's more like poking around and asking about things. Twacking can't just happen any day of the week. Like in the middle of a Wednesday afternoon, you probably can't go twacking. On a lunch break, you can't go twacking. You don't have enough time. You have to have a couple of hours, and it's usually a Saturday or a Sunday afternoon where you just need to escape for a little while, and a friend will call and say, do you want to go twacking? And that's the perfect time where you go, yes, I so need to get out and go twacking. And you come back feeling so good. You have nothing in your hands, but you feel so good. I think shop owners love to see twackers coming because they might just get that one person who wants to buy that one thing that they don't need, but they really, really want. And, you know, it's good. I think twacking is good for everybody.
See, Kathy, I'd be awful at twacking because I would come home with something.
Oh, me too. I'm over for twacking. There's zero chance.
One thing I will say, I got up this morning, looked at the harbor.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Someday on close.
Yeah, see, and I said to the woman that I saw today, I'm going to hang clothes. And she was probably like, oh, well, good for you, honey.
Someday on close means it's a good day, sunny day, hang up your clothes. They'll smell
On
great.
the clothesline, yeah.
You got it.
Old school.
Got a great battle here.
Yeah.
A comeback story thus far for Team Nova Scotia taking on Team Saskatchewan. And they battled back, down 4 early, and they've scored 4 unanswered. So we're tied up at 4 with play underway here in the 6th inning. It is Team Saskatchewan with Hammer throwing the Yellowstones. This one from Dustin Kidby. And how here do you stop the bleeding, Kathy Gauthier?
Well, and I think that the conversation, we saw Pat Simmons talking to them, and, you know, who better? He's such a low-key presence on this team to be able to say, so what? You know what? Don't look at where you were and where it is now. Look at it as a tie game with Hammer. That's how you need to look at it. You've got it in the even ends. You're still very much in control of this game. And it's just about buckling down and making a couple more shots.
A ton of ice.
Yeah.
Shots that Saskatchewan have missed have been a lot of big weight doubles. Maybe they talked about broom placement.
Should be close.
Pretty good. Got a lot of room.
Weight's good. Whoa, a lot of room. Whoa, Jordan. Whoa, Jordan.
That's like
You can go in this area somewhere. It's not bad.
Who's in?
Phil, it's got to curl a ton. How come we wanted more ice?
Not like that, but ice.
There's not much curl here.
All right.
Soft little reminder by Jamie to his team that I'm the boss down here and I have a pretty good read of the ice. Let me do my job.
Just a hair high.
Yeah, even if you punch it through the hole.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yep.
I ran into Sean Meacham coming up from the interview, running back to the broadcast booth, and I saw him coming on the ice. He's kind of huffing a bit. I'm like, man, they're working you hard this morning. He's like, yeah, like every morning.
After skipping for a long time, welcome to my world, buddy.
Let's make it better.
I'm like, hey, I'm huffing and puffing. I only got about 40 sets of stairs to go up here, so I should go help him out and get some exercise down there.
Well, a long time Skip, that adjustment. We talked about his knowledge and the hack about shot selection, so that really adds. But it would have been a whole different world for Sean, not only reading rocks from on top of them instead of seeing them come at you, but also just the cardio that's required to be a front-end player.
Back 8. Back 12.
I don't really want to be here.
Okay.
Very slow rotating handle.
Bounce off or something?
Will finish a little bit harder.
You're way by it. You're way by it. You're
no
way by it.
handle.
You're never touching it.
The other options.
Well, other options to run the guard and roll to guard this one.
These aren't bad.
Because if you get one and roll for a corner,
These aren't hurting us though.
Yeah.
I want to score 2.
Yeah, whatever you like, Adam.
I like that.
Talked about running that center guard back towards where Adam is now, maybe picking one of those stones off, rolling that corner guard out of the way, still looking for ways to score multiple points.
Probably there. Okay, line's okay.
Back 4.
But instead electing to go around.
Back 4.
Whoa. Line's pretty good. Whoa.
Still
Whoa.
there.
No
Still
bounce.
all there.
Line's
Back 8.
perfect if there's no bounce.
Back 8.
Okay. Whoa. Whoa.
Sit.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. If it doesn't pop off, it's pretty good.
Good.
That's good. That little
Walking on,
separation.
Jordan.
Little bumps, good. T-line.
Hey.
Real hard. Real hard. Hard, Scott. Hard line.
Let's go.
Hard line.
Gotta go way too.
Okay.
Hard bounce it. Hard bounce it, hard.
Oh my boys. That's good weight.
Well, one of the things that Nova Scotia will take from their comeback so far is this is the record head-to-head. So when Nova Scotia has played the provinces since 2000, what their record has been, well, it's not been particularly great with a bunch of the provinces, but when you look at that bottom row against Saskatchewan, well, if you're believing in history and how numbers play out, Nova Scotia has had Saskatchewan's number 9 times versus 6 losses. So, you believe in numbers, Brian?
Well, I believe they probably don't want to face Quebec, if at all possible, with that 2-14 record. Maybe you just miss Jean-Michel Menard. And
I just wanted you to come look at it. I figured.
Yeah, I really like the, if you can be just,
Half 4 foot.
second shot's great. Even if you're not quite, it's pretty good.
Even if you're just biting the floor.
their first time out, there's Pat Simmons.
We'll get a play to get 2 at it. I think that's
from
cool.
here. It's not great, but it's not horrible.
Yeah.
No, keep it above the tee.
There's a good spot. Here's perfect. That's the way I see it.
Like, you want to just get second shot.
And again, it's not critical because this is probably going to be moved.
Gonna go
Truly a coach who has been
What do you
there,
think, Bryce?
done that,
You put it
understands everything that those gentlemen are feeling.
Top 4, Mitch. Top 4?
Around the corner to lie second would be ideal. Your tolerance is to be a little bit lighter and be third shot.
Got to outcount that one in the back corner.
You could argue Pat Simmons was part of maybe one of the greater Brier stories in the last decade in Calgary, where John Morris was the skip of the team, and they decided after some struggles to switch things up, and Pat would be the skip, and they snuck in with a 7-4 record
right now.
and went on to win that Brier championship.
Easy deuce.
Still there.
Line's okay.
We're heavy.
Whoa!
How heavy? Line's good.
We're not bad. It's getting better.
Whoa, off!
Still meet you if anybody,
Off!
but just bite the floor.
Line's good.
Needs to stop. Whoa.
It's coming down pretty hard.
Whoa. Brakes. Real good. It's going to be a bit of a pocket.
Sit.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, buddy. It's not bad.
The hair higher. Ugh. Came in there really nice. Yeah.
Hey. Oh, good peel. You can get to there. Doesn't really matter. I got just nose it. Peel.
Hey. Nose it, Jordan.
Hit the nose.
Probably lose your red one right behind it if you get to nose. But at this point, it's about an elimination of a Saskatchewan stone and leaving yourself in the 4 foot.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Jordan Pinder. And it rolls behind that red stone top 12. And Adam Casey wasting no time. He knows where he wants to go.
What's that?
I just said I think here. You could go here.
That's pretty good. The angle's good on that one.
Maybe the same's?
Yeah,
Same's
I
good.
like the same, buddy. Just give us a smidge less, not much.
Okay. Yeah, I know it now, so then you guys can clean it a bit.
It's a good angle there, Kathy, to see. There's not a lot of curl there. Is it about the same, though, all week long?
It's good.
It has been the same on this sheet. Finding that for sure C and D. Charlie is where we are this morning. And D have a little bit of more movement as it goes towards the crowd side, which is exactly the turn that he's throwing now, that out turn.
Keep going. Okay.
Little bump. And they now lie 2 with Hammer here in 6.
Well, they saw that coming, and one of the reasons Catlin played that twice is it's an amazing opportunity when you get to throw the same shot twice. You're confident not only in the weight, but in the line. They're brushing to get by the top one right here.
Keep going.
And remember, Kathy, the first one really not a brush to it.
No, exactly. But you learn from that.
There's an update for you. Jamie Cooey had a chance to blank, but he chose to take his point, so it is BC up 7-1. John Morris, Jim Cotter with Hammer there. And that is not the third end. They are into the 7th.
pretty good.
Throw peel. And nut it there.
Okay.
Let's go, bud.
Feed off the back one. Maybe.
See what happens.
Skip Stones here in 6. Jamie Murphy.
Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Okay.
And he'll run that back and miss everything. Meantime, live look, Northern Ontario, New Brunswick. And final stone to come here for Mike Kennedy. And once again, every time we look over, the team from Northern Ontario applying the pressure now.
Trying to play the double.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Not the easiest double. Bang, bang. Got to keep your shooter, though. But it spins above the tee line, so
Very nice.
not a lot that Northern Ontario could do. Look at Brad Jacobs. He wanted to go, but really couldn't. So it hangs on there for his deuce.
Yeah, hitting the other one was better. That's why I wanted to be on it.
That's sneaky, eh, Kathy? You roll it up high above that tee line. And
You can't touch it. You just stay where you are, Brad Jacobs.
I hear the same thing in the booth every morning.
Just stay
Just
where
stay
you
over
are.
there.
Does that look like enough, Adam?
I think it's enough.
Hey.
If anything, it's too much. I actually think a hair less.
Okay.
Starting to get that sort of tiny bit sticky on the center line, but
You think this is going to be mostly going to the wing?
okay.
I think speed should
Right
be
here, guys.
pretty good, right?
Okay, sounds good.
Now, for Catlin, he can't tell when there's discussions at the other end if they're talking about broom and line. And meanwhile, it's a very good conversation that's going on about crossing the center line. Is it getting a little bit flat? How much will it move?
It's real heavy. Whoa. Deuce, go ahead.
Coming down. Oh, just let it
Deuce,
Just
go
let
ahead.
Let it smudge. Let it smudge.
Go, Deuce.
No, just let it be.
Well,
Touch
go
it.
ahead, you touch it.
Sorry, guys. What's that? Yeah, it's just heavy.
Jean-Michel Menard, a 5-3 advantage
That doesn't go
over
anywhere,
Alberta
I
in the 7th end.
was kind of thinking maybe just do this.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty
just,
good.
You know, just clip that and get that out, right?
Sure, yeah.
I don't think that's the same weight though, eh? I don't want to double jam it.
No, that's fine. Same weight's good.
I think right on the nose, just move that a little, and he's going to have to contend with it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he'll have to hit it right on the nose again.
Yeah, exactly.
Just spank it right on the nose.
Yeah. Let's go.
So on the nose, Kathy, where does that back yellow go then? Does that squirt to the side and maybe in front of the red back 8, or does it go?
It may not go at all. It may just jam directly on the red one. But if Jamie is able to keep his shooter right on the nose, that backing that Saskatchewan's may actually be in the way for Adam Casey and trying to make his final stone.
Yes!
Jamie Murphy, his final stone. Bang the yellow. Gets them both spinning. And how far will it spin?
That's pretty good.
I think it's just maybe the hit for one now. I thought maybe there'd be a double for 2, but
Nice shot.
Jordan was right, it did spin.
Yeah, it did.
You're right.
Yeah. So close to perfect.
Wow.
I think it's.
Talking about the spin, he gets it at such an angle that he gets
No, I
that
know. I just mean like
gear
another
motion,
inch is
as
no
Russ
shot.
calls it. So for sure it's 2, maybe 3, maybe, only 3.
That's how much that spun.
I think that Saskatchewan faces.
I like it. What's this going to do here? How does
We
that
threw
look
one in it, and we overcurled a little on this.
They
coming across
must
the center.
believe
Yeah,
that
earlier
they
in
are
the-
second shot.
That's quite a bit more ice with board.
otherwise, why
Quarter
risk the
rock, you
double,
like it?
right?
That's close, yeah.
If they've looked at that other red one that's at the top of the house, it's a pretty high risk shot. It's the red one on the left-hand side in front of the tee line.
Board weight.
Keep looking at the 2 at the back. There we go. Finally somebody going to
Yeah,
look.
and that one, I don't think they are, Kathy.
I know, and if it's not, this is a very high
It's us
degree
for
of
sure, right?
difficulty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, they're pretty confident.
Definitely over curl.
We set off the top. He likes the big moment. He loves the big shot.
Nice. Wait.
We'll see if he's got one
Touch
here.
heavy.
Final
Close.
stone, Adam Casey. He needs a beauty.
Close. Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Real
Whoa. Yep.
Whoa.
Yep. Whoa.
Yep.
On and off the whole way.
Whoa.
Kidby back
Whoa.
on it. Bang it.
Boy.
Roll
Good
it. Stick it. Great shot from Adam Casey, but is it for one or for two?
Well, that is lovely weight. He has thrown 4 in a row with really, really big weight and not had the results. Well, it mustn't be close at all.
It is for two. They kick it away, and they kick Kathy and me right out of the building because we have no idea. 2 on the board for Team Saskatchewan.
And now, will there be enough action in that stone? Yes, for the 2.
Now to get it to curl.
Go, 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 go.
The yellow far enough.
Go,
And he's safe for 2.
That is a very nice curling shot.
He could really grab a handle on this game. Off his red, move the yellow, through the hole. 3 on the board for Team Manitoba. It is a rematch of last year's bronze medal game in Ottawa, the Tim Hortons Brier, and that's later on today. Brad Jacobs 5-2, Mike McEwen 5-1, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on TSN 1, 3, and 5. That should be a dandy. Vic Rauter, Russ Howard, Cheryl Bernard join us for that call. Here is the updated standings. A logjam right now of teams with 2 losses. Last year, 8-3 was what you needed to get into the playoffs. The last time we had a tiebreaker was back in 2009, and 7-4 was good enough to get you at least a tiebreaker. So it will be a very interesting run down the stretch here at the Tim Hortons Brier, the 2017 edition here in St. John's, the Mile 1 Center. We've had some electric moments so far in this building. Usually when that rock and roll act, Team Gushu, is in the house. They've been fabulous. Back to our feature game, Nova Scotia, Saskatchewan. And 2 on the board after a lovely thin double, courtesy Adam Casey, to get some momentum back in this game. But Kathy, we talked about it in commercial break. Either we need some serious LASIK eye surgery up here. I truly believe that 1 stone was at least worth a measure.
And that's always the thing that startles me. There's no question that of the 2 at the back, it was Saskatchewan over Jamie Murphy's team. So that yellow one we completely got, but when you go from the back of the house to the front of the house, it's hard for your eyes to lock and register everything. And unless it was dramatically different, often teams get caught up in just looking at 2 sets of stones and never even thought about the consideration of measuring the other.
Wow, it is lightning.
Yeah, 425.
But a good job by Saskatchewan to stop the bleeding, and lovely weight choice by Adam Casey. Having tried that shot a couple of times with really big weight, just that nice controllable weight, predictability of where it was going to go and how it was going to curl to stick it and score the 2 and get that edge back.
Well,
and the one thing we've seen about Nova Scotia, they will not go away. They were down 4 early in this game. They battled back to tie it up.
Back to line.
At that 5th end break, so down by 2 here, but with hammer and some game to play still in 7. And really a tip of the hat, too, to Adam Casey. We've watched him now compete. Different Briers, different roles, different positions, different provinces. And he does love that big moment and big shot. That was a dandy, nice touch weight double there. Very thin, but he made it.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, over curling it to the other side.
Back 8.
Yeah, it's back 8.
That was set.
Hey, fine.
Good.
I don't know if you're able to watch the handle of that
get
rock
in?
as it came in. And
Yeah,
I
that
think
or
that sometimes
try to
in
run
coming
it
from
in, I don't know.
some of the Atlantic
Early
provinces
enough,
where
you can
Russ
run
always
it in.
talks about the straighter ice, sometimes rotation is less is better. Watch this. Normally you'll see a couple of full rotations. This rock from here watching the handle, will finish maybe a quarter rotation. Now, when you need it to really curl, that's really great to do. But when you are throwing on ice like this that has a lot of finish, that lack of rotation can really catch you, and you can wind up over curling more often than not.
Nice board. No one said a word yet.
Yep, right out. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard, right out, right out, right out, right out, right out. Good.
Why right
That's
out,
good,
Kathy? Why not stick that?
Because anything at the back there behind that corner guard is something that Jamie Murphy will utilize, and maybe not to freeze on, but it's something that all of a sudden your rock back there becomes more of a pain to you than if it weren't there at all. It's fine to leave those stones around when you have hammer, but when you don't, they're not a help.
That's it. A little bit less.
That's good. You got to be T or better. Okay. Line's great.
Line's good.
Phil's rock forever.
Not too deep.
No, you got to be at least T line.
Just T.
Or higher, or higher. Or top 8, or top 8. Whoa, 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 Phil. Whoa, Phil, whoa, Phil.
I'll die a little more.
I just don't really care.
No,
Yeah.
it's good.
John Morris coming in with that 4-3 record. He's looking good for win number 5. An 8-1 advantage over the Territories and Jamie Cooey.
Yep.
Yep. Whoa, yep, yep, yep. Hard.
25-year-old Catlin Schneider.
Right out, go, 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 go.
All right, Adam.
Okay, Kylan.
That's pretty soft out of his hand there. You can see he just didn't let it go.
And now a corner guard there if Jamie Murphy chooses to use it.
T-line, he can make the long one, all right? So you got to be back T-line.
Okay.
Back T-line.
To prevent the double, they want to make sure it's deep enough that their own yellow stone, Saskatchewan's, will be in the way if there's any attempted double.
I think that's too heavy.
I think that's too heavy too.
Oh, 90.
I think 95, Scott.
Okay.
You get 95 there easily.
Talked to Jamie Murphy in that 5th end break about it's been a long week. They come through the pre-competition. This is the final year of the Tim Hortons Brier of this format, whereas next year we'll be in Regina. It'll go to the 2-pool system and then a championship pool, which will determine the winner.
And still some uncertainty about how that 16th team will be declared.
Back T.
Whoa. Line's good. Make sure you're right here. Got to be back here.
Gotta go now. Gotta go now.
You gotta go,
Scott.
Scott. Gotta go, Scott. You really gotta go. Hard, 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 hard. That's good, Jordan. Good sweep, guys.
And nicely done. You can see that Yellowstone is for sure in the way of any double attempt.
Go ahead and roll across.
Kind of way, control.
Over on sheet A, Jean-Michel Menard, Team Quebec.
Save.
They come in with that 4-2 record. Brendan Botcher and company out of Edmonton trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. And this is the open draw here for Botcher to pick up a pair. We should point out, too, at one point in the updates, we saw Jean-Michel, after a slide, he sort of grimaced and looked like he might have been in some pain. And then glancing over, you saw him sort of stretching, whether it's a knee or a hip. We'll have an opportunity to chat with him after the game, but he's obviously not 100% at this point.
Well, there's your tie.
And some nice moments here midweek from this all-rookie team. 2 on the board. They'll tie it up at 5 after 7.
Let's play this. I mean, the roll's good, too.
Yep.
Might be the call.
I don't think the double is that as important.
Here, we'll make this.
You're able to remove one of the stones and roll behind the corner. That's a better objective than making the double. If you make the double, you're probably in the open, and maybe even as you roll, setting up a double for Adam Casey.
Yep.
Normal. Firm.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, Scott. Hard. A lot of weight, eh? More normal.
Not only misses the double, but now loses the shooter, and a great opportunity for 2 here goes away.
I didn't know it was up.
on this going to the wing.
It's funny, Kathy, we talk about the language lessons
pass
this
here.
week, and we've learned a lot about the locals and how they talk. You listen to yourself and Cheryl and Russ Howard long enough, the curling lessons tell you controlling that weight and making sure you throw the right weight, even for a double, or doesn't have to be some, you know, big peel, or you know, you come out hot, as long as you either, if you miss the double, we'll keep the shooter, or make the double and keep the shooter.
I think the better teams are realizing that it doesn't have to be blaster weight, that you can actually make doubles and triples and move stones around in the house without having to destroy them. It is about where you wind up that really counts.
I think that thin double Adam Casey made a couple ends ago is a good example. You didn't fire a big one. It was just nice control weight. Like it down normal.
Good judge, boys. That's
Look at
perfect.
that. Throws it on the side is Saskatchewan now lying 2 without hammer here in 7.
Yeah, that's the perfect spot, I think. Force him to make.
That's probably good.
Sure.
Oh, wait, do you like board?
Hack? Yeah, board, yeah.
So playing the hit and roll in front of those two that are behind the guard.
Just board.
Okay.
Roll under?
Yeah, big roll under.
Okay.
Little up. Whoa.
Close.
Jamie Murphy,
Close. Yep.
his first here in 7.
Whoa. Close. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay,
Moves those stones around. He is second and third shot now.
Okay.
Just go here.
Yeah, even if you do get a little high, the double's not easy because it's,
well,
it's still jammable. Yep. I think this is probably the shot, eh?
Wherever, yeah, I guess I could leave this open and it's
Yeah.
Should get lots of curl here, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's good.
Create
Thank
some
you, bud.
separation, lie 2.
Same speed.
Yeah, you just wouldn't want to leave it open or edge on edge and give him a shot for 3.
It's definitely there if you don't get it in there just right.
There's no double no matter where we put this over there? You got to be
T-line or better, yeah.
You can see it on the screen there.
Yeah.
Over on sheet D, another one of those situations,
Exit
Kathy.
shade
Hard to
left.
tell who shot stone there, whether it's New Brunswick or Northern Ontario. There's the overhead look for you.
It's still really tough to tell, but judging from playing this red-yellow combo, it would suggest that it is the yellow stone that may be shot.
So up by 1. Final stone here for Brad Jacobs, Northern Ontario. It'll be our feature game later on today at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Big weight. Bang it. Yellow goes. But everything goes except for that yellow there. That is the shot stone. So a steal for Mike Kennedy. And the Canadian senior and world champion giving the Olympic gold medalists from Sochi a good run here. They're tied up at 4.
What's that? I think 80's too much, no?
And a good shot by Adam Casey to separate the house, no double.
Less. It's like, I don't know, boys, it hasn't curled yet.
Yeah.
I thought it was 80. I thought that's what we were saying it was. If it got quicker after the break.
Yeah. Super quick going to the wings.
Yeah, we're not going to the wings, though, right? Coming into it.
Okay. Yeah. 80, 85. Give it, yeah.
Needs full 8.
Whoa.
No, I got a 72 on that. They
Whoa.
suggested
Whoa,
he throw an
70.
80.
Final stone for Jamie Murphy.
Sweeper or not?
Drawing against 2. And it has been a long week for the sweepers, so the skipper says, you know what, guys, take one off here. I'll just put it right to the 4-foot for my single. It is Adam Casey, Team Saskatchewan, with hammer now, leading by 1. What a glorious day on the harbor.
Beautiful.
And that is the Narrows that leads out to the Atlantic. Just a beautiful part of Canada, the most easterly city in Canada. And a good place to try the seafood or some cod, and its new twist to a fresh season, MasterChef Canada. It's all new tomorrow at 8 Central on CTV.
What a beautiful shot.
It is a gorgeous day. Handshakes between the territories and BC. Fifth, David Harper, you see there, he got some playing time as well. And Cotter, Morris, they're getting rolling now. Another win for them as they improve their record, now at 5-3. 9-1 the final over the territories. Jamie Cooey and company still stuck on 1 win this year in St. John's. Back to our feature matchup. It was the draw against 2. And Jamie Murphy got the job done, but he trails by 1. And here in 8 now, it is Saskatchewan throwing the Yellowstones with hammer.
Good foul.
Party doing the chicken dance. Just a couple.
Yeah, a little nicer out here, I'd say, yeah.
So nice job there from Phil Kroll. You see the 2 guards out front as they try to steal themselves back into this game.
Pretty good?
Pretty good.
I like it.
Okay, line's
And
good.
it looks like Saskatchewan, Dustin Kidney will come in one more time.
Stay close.
Now Dustin right on the tee line on his first stone. Would like to be a little bit higher on this one.
Still running good.
Top 4.
Line's good. Line's
Still there.
Top 4 on its own.
Okay, meet you if anybody.
No.
It's all there.
I don't really want to.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Sit.
Shot, deuce.
Sit. How about?
We got to try and move that.
Yeah.
Still a draw, though. Like, T-line weight, right?
T-line weight, and we'll sweep it the rest.
Pretty high guard. You got lots of room by it.
Saw Jamie Murphy there last second adjust the broom a little bit tighter here for
How much you got?
Back 4.
Well then.
Scott Zachary.
Well, I think he knows that your thought process in the hack when you're playing to tap a stone back is to be that little bit extra heavy.
Okay. Go ahead, Phil.
Kroll, all he's got to get it to curl up here. Find that pocket, little tap.
Not bad. Good.
Yep. And 1's fine, too.
Yep.
And now for Adam Casey, just trying to make that granite out front go away. Because they are on an angle, the chance is to get the pair.
Yep.
Hard.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Go this way. Hard as you can, Colin. We gotta
Roll
go.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dead freeze. No bump.
Top 4.
Yeah.
So a chance for pretty much the same shot here for Scott.
And it is the same shot. Just that extra weight didn't get the finish they were looking for on the first one.
Yeah, weight's good.
Yep. Whoa.
Whoa, weight's real good. Top 4. Phil's rock.
Just keep going for weight.
Oh, Jordan, hard.
Line's fine. Keep going for weight. Gotta go for weight.
Hard, weight, hard. Come on, right to it, hard.
Trying to lock it to that yellow stone in the pocket. That's nice weight. 2 good stones from Scott Zachary.
It's a very nice shot for Scott. Doesn't need to tap it back. Just needs to be in front of it. It's a perfect placement.
This?
Might give him a double back, though.
Feel it once.
Wait, isn't the other way better, though? Like safer?
Well, I like trying to get the back one, don't you?
Are we trying to get the back one or no?
I think just straight over it.
Okay, well,
this
let's
is probably
play.
the worst you could do.
Yeah, so let's just play this turn then, no?
Don't you try and run it at the wider one? That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but if you're not even trying to do it, let's just clean peel, right?
And there's a great example of the difference between a draw that Brad Gushue is not on and a draw that he's on, they were able, Saskatchewan was, to have a conversation up and down the ice to save time on their clock, and they could easily hear. Last night, there was no chance, none, that was happening. It was either cheering for Brad Gushue or the crowd getting into clapping rhythms or the wave going on. And while it's a fantastic part, it is a big factor that the teams have to deal with.
I wasn't kidding. It's a rock concert in here, no doubt.
It's really great.
Vic had a great line up the top of the show saying, "Welcome inside the Mile One Center." We'll find out if it still has a roof after 3 hours of play.
I'm sure it levitated a little bit at the end of that game last night.
It was awesome in here.
Hold it out if you can. Not too tight, though. Not too tight.
Easy, guys. Easy.
Halfway. Halfway.
Halfway.
Have a look.
Halfway.
Looks tight to me.
Clean it.
Halfway.
Clean
It's
it.
good.
Clean it.
Scott. Clean it.
Jordan looking to guard.
Oh. Whoa.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Shot.
Shot.
Well, you know, Brian, in the beginning, we talked about the difference in this game might be the thirds. Catlin coming in at first, Jordan at 9, and that plus for sure again remains with Catlin today. Those numbers very, very strong. The challenge for Jordan has been draw weight, a couple of times heavy, and that's not put his team in the best of shape. It's still not awful numbers. It is getting comfortable with the ice. It is a big part of this week.
Player comparisons are brought to you by Travelers. It's better under the umbrella.
Clean.
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 Pretty skinny, but it's good.
What? Cut.
One more. Call timeout.
Sure, yeah.
I don't think they're peeling again.
No, all right. I just touch tight guard. Let them run it.
Their coach is Bruce
call
Lonis.
timeout.
And Bruce won that Brier title in Saskatoon in 2004 against the great Furby Four with Mark Dacey.
Spending a lot of time coaching this year. We saw him in St. Catharines a couple of weeks ago with Mary Matitol's Nova Scotia team.
I think you should be a little patient.
I don't think they're going to peel.
So what are they going to do?
They kind of alluded like,
Yeah.
peel one more kind of thing, so I don't think they're going to peel. Which I know that hurts us, but I mean, he's got both ways to the other side of the button right now. Giving up twos is real bad.
Right now, he's not going to score more than one.
Well, I think he's going to hit this.
Yeah.
So then he's got both sides of the 4 foot freed up.
Well, I still think we should be a little patient right yet and throw a guard.
Does that come back onto this? If he peels that? And then we just keep guarding it?
Might chip the 6.
Chips the 6. Why don't you guard that then?
If we have a guard, hits the
like,
balls out.
I guess my question is, like, can we afford to, do we need to guard this one? Like, is it ever going anywhere anyways?
Right.
Like, can we guard a little more of this one so if he clips this, it's going into the yellow and back here?
That's true.
Well, the only...
Like, if we guard, let's say we just...
I think three's really our friend, and we want to guard it.
But it's never going anywhere anyways.
Yeah.
Like, if we just bite center, then we're kind of protecting this little hit because he's have to clip this.
Yeah, I'd like to see a guard to center.
What do you want to see?
I'd like to see a guard to center.
You like to see guard the center?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what he does if he frees to it. Like, what's he do if he frees to it?
I love the freeze.
Like, if you wire one right here, what's he doing? He peels that off, that's fine.
It's just open, that's all.
What?
It's just open, that's all. If you throw a guard.
But if you go right there, Jordan, what's open about it? He's just going to line 3 of them into the 4 foot.
Yeah.
Guard if you want.
I'll be guard.
Yeah.
For Nova Scotia, thinking that if they guard one more time, if Adam Casey doesn't remove it and hits the red stone
be a little tighter.
That's biting the button, where do you leave it versus the shot that Jamie actually talked about, which is coming down and freezing on top of the red one? All of a sudden, Adam Casey has to be very careful because now there are 3 stones in the 4 foot or almost in the 4 foot that belong to Nova Scotia, and his is actually behind it. So that would give Nova Scotia 2 ways to get to shot.
You can go for line.
Tighter.
You can go for line.
Tight.
Be nice to go for line. What kind of weight you got?
Tight.
We're over curling.
Oh, stay with it. Stay with it.
Never, Phil.
Stay
Never,
with it.
Phil.
Stay with it.
Sit. Okay.
Okay.
It's good.
We have to. And even straight peel's okay.
Yeah. The other option is he's got the guard now. Take away his run. I don't know. I think it's this. Let's save some clock, though. We're going to look at it for a second.
That or, like...
No, you'd have to be here if you're going to be a guard, but
Sure like trying to
run it into this guy.
I mean, try and move the guard off, obviously, get it out of the way, but you'd sure love to catch this too.
Even if you chip the three, it kind of sucks, but...
No, it's not the end of the world either.
Not that bad.
That yellow's killing us right now,
it's
right?
Bad.
There you
So,
go. It's your own stone.
Make some noise.
Kind of draw, hey? Not much to do, hey? Well, if you can make it really good, that's pretty good, but that's hard to do.
Make some noise. Let's go.
Okay.
Shade high, 7/8.
Update for you now over on sheet A between Quebec and Alberta and Brendan Botcher. This young man has all the shots. This is his final stone without hammer in 8, and you see it's not looking good as Team Quebec. A lot of red, but it's about to all disappear. Bang, bang,
Nice.
triple. What a shot for the young man. Out of the Saville in Edmonton.
Now talk about taking the wind out of the sails of Quebec. You're lying 3 with hammer. Oh, no, you're not. Now you got a blank.
And Jean-Michel Menard would blank that in, so he retains hammer.
Real nice.
And there goes that red, picked off.
Great shot.
And no more guard up front either, so lovely throw from Catlin.
Now that was the call 100% of the way. Pat Simmons said you need to move that guard, and if you can ever catch that stone, that's the great shot, and it was executed as drawn out.
I don't think he can guard again.
Let me see what his call was, but...
He guards. Guard, draw around type of thing.
Yeah.
That ice looks like guard to me, Kathy.
Or he could be playing just down to the face of the stone.
Line's pretty good. We're only line's good.
Wait,
Room.
close.
Room.
Where is it?
Wait's good.
Where is
Top
it?
4. T.
Yeah.
They are coming down, Kathy.
Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
That was the audible.
So now second and third without hammer here in 8 for Nova
The
Scotia.
same split as last end.
Oh, it's too much weight. My legs are just cooked. I'm trying to feel.
What else do we do? Like he hits that on the nose right now, and it's not very good.
Can you get the yellow to drag or not?
I think he can a little bit.
It's been a tough morning for Brad Jacobs and the Brier champions from 2013 taking on New Brunswick. Coming in with a 5-2 record. And there you see that stone, the yellow one belonging to Mike Kennedy, frozen right on the face. That is the shot stone. So just one option here for Brad Jacobs, and it's a draw for a single.
T-line. Line's good. T-line. Go ahead. T-line.
Does need full 8 foot.
I guess the other option would be to
play the hit and roll.
Well, still throw peel and just try to roll it here. I think we got to get rid of those 2 rocks.
Coming off that
Nice shot, Brad.
disappointing loss last night to Brad Gushu.
1 red.
And 1 on the board. So a 5-4 lead after 8 over New Brunswick.
Yeah. The question is, do you want to try to do this and save the shooter, or do you want to try to nut this?
I think thinner's better, Adam.
Okay.
You could straight pick it, too.
Yeah, that'd be real nice,
Yeah.
but let's just...
So what are we...
Let's just hit a
half
third of the rock, yeah.
That opener up, make sure you get one.
It's a great illustration how your own rock, if it's placed right on the lid early on in the end, can actually be the stone that gets in your way Because for your opponent, once they sit on it, you have to deal with it because the scoring zone for Saskatchewan is so small. And so this is about making both of those stones go away. Keeping the shooter will roll to the 8-foot.
Yep.
Adam Casey is first here in 8.
Yep.
Yep. Hard. Yep.
Hard!
Okay.
And that jiggles everything. Stone's gone from the 4-foot now.
Good.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Yeah, it's real good.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think that's great.
What's that?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
I think we're going to be on the center line.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's never throwing that. So
No,
I don't think we want to be on that side at all, actually.
Okay.
Throw another
But the
stone
line
in,
wasn't
create
bad,
the
eh?
force.
The line was good.
Ensure
Wow,
there
I
is
was
no
on it.
double.
You're on, yeah.
So just biting 8 here, Kathy, for second shot, or where do you
that'd
want
be
this?
good. No, that'd be fine. You want to be lying 2, and you want it to be in a position such that a nose hit by Adam Casey would not give him shot. Force the draw.
If he puts it where it's in play, like
Puts it right on the center line, it's probably in play yet. But if it's on this side, it isn't. Shouldn't be anyways.
full 8-foot. Full 8-foot.
Hard line is
Line's
curling.
tight.
Hard is really going.
Come on, Scott.
Fight the 4. Half of the 4 is okay.
Jamie Murphy,
Right here.
Line's real
yet
good
to
now.
lead in this game. He's been battling
Gotta
back
go. Gotta go hard. Push it, Scott. Come on, Scott, hard. Like the 8-foot hard.
and battling here to make sure it's second stone. Want to touch that white paint, and he won't get there.
Rock's a pig.
Is it?
Oh, we've over curled on it every.
I was too tight.
Ah,
Still not.
Canadian.
I think it's got the sledge.
As long as we get here,
Yeah.
So you hear the frustration in Nova Scotia. It's important to figure out whether, in fact, the rock is not necessarily a pig, but is it slower? Be kind to Pig Week. Whether it is, in fact, slower, or is it because it is the 8th end and you're now in that middle area where everyone slides over and it starts to get a little flat.
You'll be fine.
Similar to what I threw last end.
Yeah, we'll give you a good call. So you can
So
call
it's the
line.
draw for Adam Casey, not looking to try to pick the stone out.
Could you play a quiet tap for 2 here, Kathy, or is he looking at the scoreboard and just saying, hey, 1's good?
You could, but it's pretty tough. For Adam hasn't thrown a lot of draws today.
Hard, hard.
Wants to ensure he knows what draw weight
Line's
is.
good.
Also has some
You're being
backing.
a good path,
You're in a
guys.
good path.
Easy.
T. Look at that.
Easy.
T,
Not
no
curling
more.
at all.
We're good. Weight's good.
T and you're good.
Okay.
Painted
Still
it.
got to move a bit.
How about Adam?
Sit.
Chat.
Good.
Shot.
Good.
Pinder's on it, but it will stop in time. So a single on the board for Adam Casey and Team Saskatchewan. They've led all morning, and they lead here, 7-5
guys.
after 8. Welcome back to St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador, and not too far from the harbor, you'll see the beautiful statue of Terry Fox and the Marathon of Hope. It all began here back on April 12th, 1980, as you see him dip his leg into the Atlantic. And what an incredible story. Pretty much every day, he ran a marathon, 42 kilometers for 143 straight days. It was the Marathon of Hope as Terry battled cancer and wanted to help others. And sadly, his journey ended near Thunder Bay, Ontario, where you'll find another statue of him. He passed away at 22 years of age. But what a legacy he leaves behind. Over $650 million
Astounding.
has been raised worldwide. And not just Terry Fox runs across Canada, Kathy, but around the world now. So a truly remarkable young man and Canadian who left his mark here on St. John's.
Just a reinforcement that one person can make a difference.
Right on my broom. Line's
There.
perfect.
There.
Okay.
Back to our feature game here, Mile 1 Center. Team Saskatchewan has led the entire way. It's been an uphill battle for Jamie Murphy at one point. Murphy down by 4, tied it up after 5. And once again, playing catch up here. It was Team Saskatchewan drawing for that single. So once again, here in 9, throwing the red stones down by 2, it is Jamie Murphy with hammer.
Well, we heard a little aside from Jamie Murphy after his first shot last end saying that his legs were just exhausted. And when you lose that comes from all of those extra games and standing on the concrete, especially for Jamie. You're standing there. You're not going up and down the ice. It's hard on your back. It's hard on your legs. And so you lose that feel. Your leg drive when you kick out of the hack, you either overcompensate or you're just sliding slower. And that does mess with your ability to have the touch for draw weight.
Thick half.
Hey, buddy.
Attempting the double heel.
Hard. Go, buddy.
Hard. Hard. Everything get to the middle.
Jesus, Murphy.
Kathy, you see on when Sean Meacham slides out, he has kind of the old style knee slider that you used to put on as a junior when you come out and learn how to slide. Is that just so he gets a little bit more action out of the hack, there's less friction, or why do you think he wears that?
It's probably part of habit, but part of it is that he's covering up the laces of his shoe and looking for less. There you go, boy. You could replace that anytime.
Right in the nose,
so the
basically,
tape on your
high,
toe
okay.
creates no resistance, and then obviously he felt he must drag his foot, have his foot very flat, and was getting a little bit of pull either way. So that piece of Teflon that goes over that part just ensures that that whole foot is just hydroplaning across the ice, and there's no pull one way or the other.
I've seen kids learning to curl would have them on their knees sometimes to avoid falling, or helping them slide a little more until they get used to the kick out or the leg strength to hold themselves.
And often now we start with duct tape on the foot. It's just easier, it's slower, and you're just trying to avoid kids falling and crashing all over the place.
Right in. Okay, it's a little light. I think the line would have been okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not awful.
I don't like where that red is, though, because now they come around and freeze.
That's probably a good call. It's probably a good call.
You can't really kill these both, so let's just roll behind it.
Hey.
Control them each.
On a roll behind it effectively does the same thing because it takes away any raise or promotion opportunity for Nova Scotia if you're able to block the path to the forefoot.
Yep. Yep. Hard, you got it, Pat. Hard. No roll. Sit. Okay.
Sit.
That's okay.
Okay.
Can you go between the red and the yellow? Yeah.
Same weight.
Trying to navigate that port. It's not very big.
I kind of like here.
Hey.
Okay.
That is very small. You always take the stone that's in front of the house and imagine in your mind's eye if you take it back just to even with the stone that he's trying to go through, there's just enough room to get through.
About the same.
Okay, clean now.
Whoa.
Go for it.
Whoa,
Weight's good, weight's good.
Weight's fine.
Line's
Whoa.
not great.
Close.
Line's not great. Clean.
Yep.
Whoa. Clean.
Close.
Yep. Whoa. Don't bounce it if you can.
Scott Zachary, nice job to
very nice.
Come through, find that little pocket, little tap there.
Good.
Scott.
Yeah, it's really going sideways.
Yeah, it is.
He's had a pretty solid game, Kathy. Scott in his first Brier appearance.
Half rock.
Yeah. I get lucky.
I mean, the only other option's here, but I don't think I like that.
No.
Adam Casey simplifying things in this end. Lots of rocks in play, just removing the front with that 2-point edge.
Yep.
Hard deuce. Gotta go, buddy.
Catlin Schneider. And he moves his own yellow granite.
Wow.
And the door opening once again over to Nova Scotia with a great opportunity now here at 9.
Well, he makes that double, leaving Nova Scotia line 1. Just a bad break.
Oh.
Open side.
Yeah. This is never really jamming at all.
No?
Okay.
Who shot on the top red to the back? 12-foot one.
I think you are. I think the red one might
second
be.
and third.
I'm fine with that, though.
Are we second and third?
Like, we're third. T-line right here is good, I guess.
Okay. First and third, I mean.
You want a lot of separation between your two. You're not concerned at this point about that second shot stone that belongs to Adam Casey. He's going to need to make a play against your shot stone, and maybe he actually grazes it or he moves it for you. So split the house till I-2 is the call.
Right on the tee line.
And they have not stopped. So this was let go by Pinder. Kroll, Zachary, and now the skipper comes in.
Right in.
Okay, that's pretty good there.
They drag it in there just to touch 8. That's good for third shot stone.
It's almost triple.
Roll on there.
Pretty good. Even if you just roll in.
Is the triple there or no?
What's that?
Is the triple there off the top one?
It's close, but if you hit it thick, you probably not.
Yeah, okay. Well, play the double then, or hit and roll over there.
Over on sheet D, Northern Ontario and New Brunswick, and that red stone you see right there, that is shot stone. Well, Brad Jacobs just threw an absolute pistol
ice, right?
with this final one to freeze it in there,
Okay.
and really leaves Mike Kennedy now no choice, just to draw to the Tim Hortons button for his single.
And keeping in mind that before Brad threw, it was those two yellow stones counting for New Brunswick. Lovely touch shot.
If he ever bounced off, that could have been a chance for 3 there.
Just take a shade off. Eh?
Back in our feature draw on sheet C, Catlin
Roll
Schneider,
over there. Roll
one
it.
more time, banging some reds around. He'll roll it in, little tap. It is Saskatchewan still shot stone.
Straight draw, eh?
And final one on the way from
Mine's
Mike
good.
Kennedy, making back-to-back
All
Brier
you.
appearances.
Mine's perfect.
Yep.
Yep, gotta go. Gotta go.
Brennan Lecoq
Hard.
on the brush. Want to keep that angle, make sure they get their single, and that is great draw away from Mike Kennedy.
is.
Man. The former world senior champion. Keeping up with the Olympic gold medalists. They're all tied up coming home.
Now for Nova Scotia, if they can hit and sit right on the nose, right where it is, any sort of movement to remove that just jams onto their own, which jams onto the Saskatchewan stone.
Control.
So knows
Clean.
where the shooter stops is
Clean
key.
it. Up. Little up.
Hard.
Shot. Okay.
And Pinder right on the nose.
Good.
Shot turn.
Yeah.
Good. Or peel and just make
Yeah, I was looking at that, or
just might jam here and then you're shot, right?
Yeah, the other option is whip peel at that, and you probably can't.
Jam.
Yeah.
I really like that. If you can just hit 3, 7, 8.
Okay, get rid of
roll
it.
Here
Get rid of it, and I'll
jam
have a
this.
double on my next one.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
Seven eighths, slow. Just try to roll it behind, and
They know they're going to
have a
lose their
double.
yellow one that is second shot, but it will jam onto the one in the 12-foot. Hoping
Great.
to set the double. Sorry, Muds.
No worries. Great game all morning long between Quebec and Alberta in a 5-5 tie. Final stone from Jean-Michel Menard. You see that one Alberta rock from Brendan Botcher right on the button. Big weight here. Martin Crete urging them on. Bang them around. There goes the yellow. And a score of, I believe, 3 for Team Quebec.
Very nice.
Hard.
Saw him wincing earlier, but that has not affected his ability to throw big weight.
8-5 there after 9 over the rookie team out of Alberta.
Point. Shot.
Skip Stone's here at 9 in our feature matchup. That one from Adam Casey. He makes some red granite go away. They are shot stone.
Yeah.
I mean, even if we roll big, is it hurting us?
No, it's not bad. Not as hot as this.
Here.
It's a 3.
Just don't see any great doubles for him right now.
Yeah.
Like if we roll to here, his double's pretty hard if he ever does this and just pumps it into it. Do you know what I mean? Like if you sit right there.
That's pretty good.
Where would we be?
It'll be...
If we rolled a bit, we'd be right, we'd probably be almost right with it, right?
Yeah. So we can double on your last one.
How much time we got? Ooh, we're burning up here.
Okay.
3 minutes and 52 seconds. That's what they have left on the clock to finish this end and complete the next.
And they'll burn their final timeout. Bruce Lonis will make his way down once again.
I'm thinking like board waves.
I don't want to throw weight at anything unless we're hitting this rock, personally.
Okay. Okay.
You just got to play this, and then he'll try double. And
we're not. My concern with not moving this one is that it's shot.
Yeah.
Like, if we do that, Jordan, and he slashes it off the top, it's for 1, because this isn't. It's not inside it anymore.
Right. If you draw right here.
Oh, this isn't shot over that anymore.
It's still the same thing. He's still going to pump it. I think we have to move this.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, I think you got 2 options. I think if you're moving this one, you're probably going to set up a double somewhere, right?
Well, if you roll to there,
yeah,
like you're going to be right about there. If he tries this double,
yeah,
like if he could chip it into that, right? If you're just a hair thick on it, it goes right back into it.
The other option might be to bump the red one.
My concern is we're not number 3 anymore. You bump that to there.
No, I don't want to bump that far. I just want to bump it beside the yellow, so you're shot. And then he can't remove it.
Roll in front of it a bit.
It's still only ever for a deuce if we're doing that.
Well, I don't think you're playing for much more than a deuce right now anyway. This one here is though counting the front one.
Yeah, but the deuce is still easy if this one's not here. Because like if we roll this to here.
I think you're setting up a double.
Where?
Thin off of that.
Okay, so it would roll about level.
Right.
And then that's like a quarter to a third. If he hits a third, it goes back.
Yeah,
into
but you're
this
giving
one.
him no choice but to try it. I think.
Do you like this?
We got to make a decision.
Whatever your gut's telling you.
Go with your gut.
Go with your gut.
Keeps everything tight.
We can move this.
I like that.
So Jamie very much wanted to play the hit. You could hear that, but he was not really selling anybody, including Bruce Lonis. So you remove this stone and you roll here.
A little less.
And right now they feel that there's an automatic double, maybe even a triple that would be made available. So instead, it is the tap of that stone to get to shot, feeling that if they do that, any double by Adam Casey back will leave his shooter in a position that Jamie will then have a double on his final stone.
Back eight. Yeah. Back eight.
Yep. Hard, Phil. Whoa. Hard.
Hard on the yellow, Jordan.
This is plan B here
Hard,
to go with the yellow.
Gotta go. Hard. Keep going. Hard, Jordan. Hard.
And they drag it far enough, so they are, for now, lying 2.
Okay.
I just can't put the broom down. I know it's
worked out pretty good.
Now, the weight was pretty close, and frustration from the skip because the weight was nice. It just didn't finish up.
This double might jam, right?
That's what it means by I can't put the broom down, struggling for the
double
right
might
spot.
jam, but you might just have to take a chance at it. Gosh, it pretty much goes right into it, though.
This goes over. This probably comes through.
Looking at the triple.
Yeah. Can you ever jam this and roll? And
I mean, the other option would be play this, but that's close to coming here, right?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay, I think this is it.
That could happen.
Just the shade this side. Turn do we want to throw at this?
The only way this goes over the top is if you thin it.
Yeah, I know. Almost hit like the pocket. But let's play this. Make sure we kill 2.
You want to play the intern. I like in turn, just throwing the out.
I mean,
turn
the other
across
options we could just hit and give them to.
Yeah.
But they should go, right?
You know what? Even if it jams, it's buried, right?
What's that?
Even if we try to make this double and that jams, this like it doesn't have a free shot.
Yeah,
for three.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's do you like that then?
Like this triple's there. Yeah, or you can try this double.
You basically just got to try to thin it and kick this across. The thing is, if we do jam, this is
spinning
out. It's not a
for sure,
guaranteed
right?
three for him, right?
No.
Because that's buried. I kind of like taking around the double.
This one? Okay, I don't mind it. I'll just take a look at it for a quick sec, but it's the same throw I just threw.
Kathy, did you like Adam's thing? Hit.
That triple
give
should
them
go
two.
pretty easy, right, Meech?
We're tied
Yeah,
up. I got
just
hammered
focus
coming
in
home.
on
Is
that.
that kind of the simple man's way to do it here?
Hit it right for sure.
You know, I think that.
Absolutely.
It's like 3/4.
Listen to them keep talking. for a
In
sec.
turn right there.
You're gonna get 2 of them anyway.
Yeah.
Right?
Going back to the triple.
Sounds good.
It sounds weird, but I think the triple is actually the lower risk shot of jamming. The double, it's tough. You have a chance to actually double jam depending on how you hit it. Whereas the triple, if you hit it off nose and it does jam on the back when you still may get the spin out. I think your odds are less likely to jam with the triple call than the double.
And we'll get a little curl here, eh?
Yeah. We're good.
So Adam Casey.
Yep.
Final stone here in 9.
Hard,
Facing 2 right now. Wants all 3 to go. Bang, bang. Reds are rolling. There's the jam.
Okay.
And they can't get that one out, so it will be the open draw for 2 here. As this Nova Scotia team continues to fight back in this Wednesday morning feature game.
Well, he was prepared. He's like, don't leave me hanging
Anyone
here,
else?
people.
Anyone else?
And we drew that was the possibility when you played the triple, that it might go back there. But when you consider one of the options they were going to play was just the hit and stick to let him have the 2.
Okay.
Okay.
I think that's better than giving him a shot for 3, even if it was the tap, right?
Yeah.
It's playing the scoreboard.
He was down by 4. Tied it up after 5. Final stone here in 9. Jamie Murphy, a chance to tie it up one more time. Wants to bite that white paint. And a tip of the cap to this front end one more time. Another nice scrub. T-line, 2 points, and a tie game. Coming home here in St. John's, it will be Saskatchewan with Hammer when we return.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. By Scotties Sponge Towels, Purex, and Cashmere. Proud sponsors of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts for over 35 years. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Welcome back to St. John's, Tim Hortons Brier. Brian Mudryk, Kathy Gauthier with you. Update time. Team Quebec taking on Team Alberta, and Jean-Michel Menard, the Brier champion from 2006. Getting on a roll here, Kathy, his final stone.
He's trying to make it go away. Runs it back. There's your pick out.
And there's your handshakes. So Quebec, another victory. Beating Team Botcher out of the Salvo Community Sports Center in Edmonton. With that, Quebec now improving to 5-2.
Look at them go.
Turning back the clock. Northern Ontario currently on the ice. We'll see Manitoba later on this afternoon. And those teams with 2 losses and 3 losses we will watch very closely. Last year, 8-3 got you in the playoffs. We mentioned it before in the broadcast. The last time we had a tiebreaker was back in 2009, where a 7-4 record got you in, and it was this team, Jean-Michel Menard, in that tiebreaker back in 2009. Their alternate, Mr. Charette, there as well. So high fives, fist bumps all around for another great solid win for Team Quebec.
got to work on that. Poor Edick was left holding his fist, waiting for someone.
Well, in our feature matchup, Adam Casey was looking for more as
Yes,
well
he
there.
was.
So it's pretty funny stuff. And that man right there, full credit for the battle he has shown. Jamie Murphy out of Halifax has not led at all in this game. Tied up at 7 now in 10. It is Team Saskatchewan with Hammer.
Halfway's good. Halfway's
throwing the yellow stones here, coming home.
Well, we don't know the dialogue between the Nova Scotia members at the break, but this is as close as the game has been since before they threw the first rock. And so it's a one game. You need to find a way to steal, and the free guard zone allows you those opportunities. They have to be feeling very comfortable.
Yep.
And for Saskatchewan, it's a very simple game plan. Make stones go away.
Hey, Brush. One each.
Shot.
Yep. A little. Going backwards.
Halfway, get her halfway.
It's there.
You heard Nova Scotia talk about their time clock concerns. They have
there,
2
it's there.
minutes
Yeah, you
and
never know,
50
make it
seconds on the clock, which is still plenty to play this in, but sometimes that hurry-up offense gets you in the house when you don't wish it to be. And so as a result, this is even more simple, if you will, for Saskatchewan. It's just about making those front stones go away.
Refresh my memory too, Kathy. Back in the day, now it's what they call thinking time, so your clock will stop after you cross the tee line.
Correct.
But I remember before, it would sort of punish the teams that had a lot of rocks in play or wanted to throw guards up because the clock was different. Is that correct back
It
then
is.
when they changed it?
Yeah, it used to be the running time, and so if you played a draw game, your clock would tick away because it was the time that it took for the rock to get down to the other end, and so it penalized those people that like to play the draw game. And so it was led again, as many things good in this game have, the change in the brush heads, for example, and that change with the time clocks has also been driven by the players who said that it's not where there is excessive time. It's not when the rocks are running. It is the teams that take forever to make decisions. It is the people that sit in the hack for too long. It is that downtime when the rocks are not running that would be more fair to everyone. And so that's where the thinking time has gone. And it's been just a tremendous change, I think, for the sport.
Yep.
Clean.
Catlin Schneider.
What? I got one. Shot.
Makes it go away. And if Saskatchewan can indeed hang on in this game, they would improve their record to 5-3, and it's making for a interesting run to championship weekend. Top 4 make the playoffs.
It's thinner than it's always thinner than you think.
Almost half.
So in a 5-5 tie, final stone to come. Brad Jacobs, Northern Ontario, they have Shot Rock right now on the button. And for Mike Kennedy, it looks like with that broom, a tough in-off or a run, the slash to remove that red and pick up the victory. Final stone here, it's the intern on the way.
Yep. Yep.
It is very, very tough for him because he has to avoid the red one in the house. Oh.
And I apologize, Kathy. It was Jacobs that has hammer, and he will not have to throw that final stone. Jacobs did have one more stone, but it's not needed. He'll pick up the victory as he scores a single for a 6-5 win. That was a tough battle for this former Brier championship team when they won that title in 2013. But a 6-2 record now as they continue to try qualify for the weekend. So my apologies. There was one more to come there.
It's all right there.
And go around it halfway.
Okay.
And for Jamie, it really is about where do you put a stone? Where might you get a nose hit by Adam Casey? Because that's what you need at this point.
Okay.
See if you might lure him in to stick it. We can go around it. Take guard's not bad too.
Skip Stone's now here in 10, and sadly for Jamie Murphy in Nova Scotia, really nowhere to hide here.
No, there really isn't, Brian. If you're short, you hope for a nose. If you're in the house, you hope for a nose. You need Adam Casey to stick around so that you can hide behind something.
You want to go on the last one?
All right, buddy, straight up.
We've talked about it a few times, Kathy, and for Nova Scotia, really, it's been a case of catch-up the entire game.
And it really has been. That 3 pops off the board in the third end by Jamie Murphy. Unfortunate for him, but then he got back right away, and so he has stayed even, and that tie-up has put us in the situation. Unfortunately, the lead stones have not worked out, and so it is a wide-open game. We talked about the matchup. Jordan Pinder's pulling his numbers up for sure in the latter part, but Callan Schneider really has made a huge impact on this Saskatchewan team.
The game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada, as Adam Casey makes that go away, and now it will be a draw somewhere into the paint here for Jamie Murphy.
So a good spot here for Jamie Murphy is to place it behind the tee line towards the back of the house, perhaps, where any rollout
Is this side slippery?
could be helpful, and they're trying to find a spot that maybe there's a straight spot that maybe Adam Casey will roll out and not stick around. It's not hoping for a flash. It's hoping for a rollout.
More weight.
You pull that a bit.
Line's good. D-line. Go.
Gonna go.
D-line, guys.
Jordan.
Have to get it in the paint here.
Stop, there's a rocket from bud.
What
are you doing?
And they didn't realize there's one more still to come.
Yeah, I'd even say take a little more ice.
As Adam Casey still in a 7-7 game, still has to find the paint.
It's crazy.
He's still good here,
Yeah,
dude?
it is.
I would take it.
Yeah, I don't even mind taking just a couple inches more just to make sure that you're in nice.
I think that's...
And he did.
Oh, we missed a bunch of draws with it, so probably is.
Now they're still questioning that stone of Jamie's, and you really don't want to start doing that in 8 and really question it in 10. It's one of those things that you need to make that decision early on and move it in the lineup so that somebody else is throwing it.
Line's real good. Should be in a good path, guys.
He's led all game long.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
Adam Casey, not his best numbers, but a win is a win, and he'll take it. Final stone here in 10. Touch the paint.
Good job, buddy.
And Team Saskatchewan, another win here in St. John's. 8-7 the final. Adam Casey picking up win number 5 as he improves his record to 5-3 here in St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador. Long way to make the trip from Saskatchewan, but you'll find those rider colors pretty much everywhere right across the country. And look at these standings. It will be an interesting final few days. The round robin wraps up Friday morning. Right now, Northern Ontario on top of the pack at 6-2. Manitoba just 1 loss so far. Gushu's team 4-2 on the right side of the screen. Team Canada, your defending champs, at 4-2 in Saskatchewan. BC, Quebec, all with 5 wins right in the mix. Just a reminder, this afternoon, how good will this one be? Rematch of last year's bronze medal game in Ottawa. Brad Jacobs 6-2. Mike McEwen at 5-1. 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time on TSN 1, 3, and 5 when Vic Rauter, Cheryl Bernard, Russ Howard will join our coverage here at the Mile 1 Center. It is a full day of curling here. The round robin wrapping up Friday morning, and we can't wait. Will we see a new champion here in St. John's? Only one place to find out. TSN. We'll see you this afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time.